Good morning, everyone. Hope you are as excited as me today. Is everyone doing well? Okay, so thank you for joining us today for this special webinar brought to you by PropNex and EdgeProp Singapore. So at 10 a.m., Rachel will be covering an overview on investment in landed property, what are the key trends, and will prices continue to rise? So thereafter, Chip Ng will be sharing with us, buying a Strata landed home, does it make sense to invest in one? And then thereafter, at 10:45, we will be showcasing 5 landed property. And then we will be ending off with a panel discussion with PropNex CEO, Ismail, PropNex Executive Director, Kelvin, and our CEO, Bernard, on things to look out for when buying a landed property and a live Q&A session with you. So we'll invite Ray on screen now. Ray?
Hi, morning.
Morning, Ray.
Hi, morning, Shami.
Okay, so Ray is a renowned trainer for landed, as always. He's a landed trainer for PropNex. So whenever I have a question, he will be there to answer me in an instant. So Ray, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Take it away.
Okay, hi, good morning, everyone. Hi. Okay, now we have 300 over people. I think still got some coming in. We have over 1,000 registered for the exam. For the seminar, not for the exam. Okay, so without further ado, okay, because our time schedule is quite tight today, we have a very packed program from 10 o'clock all the way to 12:30. Hi, morning, everyone. Hi. A lot of good friends around. Yeah, I saw your name. Okay. And without further ado, let's start with the seminar. Okay, today I'm going to do a very short sharing. My session is only 30 minutes. Okay, we are going to see the landed overview of the market. Okay, so I call 2021 the year of the landed for the past 5 years, right? This is one of the best performance year for landed properties in Singapore. Okay, so without further ado, let's see the transaction. Let's see the transactions. Okay, so you can get this data from EdgeProp. Okay, since EdgeProp is hosting, okay, so we need to show you their tools. Okay, this is from squarefoot.com.sg. Okay, so Squarefoot is part of EdgeProp, and the data you can get from Squarefoot is there's a transacted data of all the landed properties, not only landed, including all other properties, factory shop house, all their. It's a very, very easy to use website. So I love their website a lot. So here, look at the transaction volume over the last 20 years, so that you can get a feel of the market. So it starts on 2001. 2001, we see 1,836 transactions. Okay, then it start to climb. It start to climb from 2001 all the way to 2006. It peaked at 2007. We all know 2007 is the boom year of real estate in Singapore. Okay, so this is one of the best year over the 2 decades, right? Okay, with 5,525 units transacted. And you also can see out of this 5,525 transacted, right? For new sales, brand new unit, right? Significant portion as compared to later years. So 2008, we have subprime crisis. Okay, we all remember subprime crisis. Okay, the a slew of financial effects that came from America, right? The collapse of the mortgage loan in America. Then it spilled over to everywhere, leading to one of the biggest financial crises. And you see that landed did not budge. But now you see the transaction volume. Looking at the transaction volume tell you a different story. Okay, as 2008, okay, when everyone start to panic, okay, we have a drastic drop in landed sales, okay, from a high of 5,525 units down to 2,145. Okay, more than 50% drop in transaction volumes. This is how the landed owner react to negative news. So landed owner react to negative news by pulling their unit off the market. by pulling their unit off the market. So after 2008, you see transaction volume jump again, okay, because confidence come back from the market, okay, and you see transaction volume jump to 3,008 per year for Singapore, 4,003. Then in 2013, what happened? Cooling measures, okay, the government come up with 3 cooling measures in a single year. Okay, Singapore government came up with 3 cooling measures in a single year. Okay, cooling off the market. The main target of the cooling measures is mass market properties. Mass market, of course, it took a slight toll on this is 2011, 2013 is here. Okay, so straight away, transaction volume dropped to 1,382, 1,300, which is close to 70% drop in transaction volume, 60 to 70% drop in transaction volume. Then it continued to lay low until 2017. Okay, 2017, it picked up again. Then it has remained high ever since. Okay, 2019, we see a slight downturn. Okay, in terms of transaction volume. Then this year, as of this year, last week, right, we count 2,524 transactions. Okay, so this year is going to be a phenomenal year. This year is only 3 quarters over. Still got the last quarter. So based on the average transaction volume per quarter, which is close to about 800 over units. Okay, 800 units. Yeah, 800 over units. So if fourth quarter perform as 800 units, okay, we will reach 3,200 transactions. We will reach 3,200 transactions. So my prediction is transaction volume continue to remain high, but there's currently a lack of stock. So to let you have a feel of the lender market, the lender market is slightly different from other segments like condominiums and also from EC, from HDB market. Lender market is there are only about 75,000 units of landed properties in Singapore. So for demographic wise, this consists of the top 5% of the population of Singapore. Top 5% of the population stay in landed, and usually landeds are bought by Singaporeans. Okay, because the law does not allow foreigners to buy unless they get approval from LDAU. Okay, so therefore it is not seen as a speculative market. Okay, speculation in landed properties though still exists, but not in a big scale. The reason is a relatively high quantum for purchase. Therefore, it's less volatile. You can see, right, over the years, right, it's less volatile. Okay, URA just released their fresh estimate of third quarter performance of landed properties. Third quarter URA PPI performance is 3.5% increase. Property price index increase. But I need to caution consumers and all those people who are listening in, okay, that PPI or any statistics like average price, okay, are not very representative of the actual market view of the landed properties. Why? Because landed properties are the most non-homogeneous product in the real estate. It's the most non-homogeneous product. So by arbitrary using statistics, right, to get a feel of the market, right, could be quite misleading. So let's dive into the detail. Okay, so this is what you can get from EdgeProp also. Okay, so this is the last 6-month transaction. Okay, I rank them based on quantum. Okay, so this year highest transaction price is 128. 128. This came out in the newspaper. Okay, this is number 30 Nassim Road. Okay, since it's in the newspaper, I can disclose the unit. Okay, number 30 Nassim Road. Okay, so it's closed at a record price of 128 baht. However, in the recent 5 years, right, this is not the highest landed transaction. This is not the highest. Okay, but take note, the highest landed transaction always happen on Nassim Road in terms of quantum. Let's look at so this is the main of the high quantum units usually come from where? District 10. or high quantum unit usually come from District 10, some in 11, some in 21, even in 21, Binjai Park is a GCB areas. So you can see the total number of transactions above 20 million is displayed on this page. Okay. And some of the units transacted, the only one that is transacted that is caught everybody by surprise is this Ocean Drive, or is 99-year leasehold. 99-year leasehold transacted at 39.3 million. 39.3 million. So this is usually by foreigners. Singaporeans usually won't pay this kind of price for 99 years. Okay, so we take a look again, ranking them again on the same transactions, right? By per square foot, okay, by per square foot. So here, $4,291 per square foot, Cluny Hill. Okay, Cluny Hill transacted at $63,700,000. Okay, so this year we see record-breaking per square foot. Okay, in these two units, Nassim Road as well as Cluny Hill. Okay, as well as Cluny Hill. So I want to do a detailed analysis. Okay, Yen, she said since it is peaking, not a good time to buy. Correct. Let me tell you about property investment. Okay, every time it peak, like for example, 1997. 1997 is the peak of the real estate market. Okay, then it went into 10 years cool down. 10 years cool down. So if you bought in 1997, a GCB in 1997 at its peak, do you think you make money? You will still make money because in the long term, okay, price usually increase. And if you want to buy prime unit, I'm talking about really prime unit, especially for collectors items like GCB, right? You need to buy at the during the prime, during the boom market, because no one want to sell the prime unit in the low market. No one want to sell. Okay, so this is very important. This is very, very important to take note. It's like, depends on your budget, of course. Okay, if you're in the budget of a few hundred millions, this is the time you go shopping. Okay, because most of those products don't go out on sale. Okay, so Nassim Road, the blockbuster deal, okay, over recent years. Okay, definitely 1 to 8 million is not the 1 to 8 million is not the highest price transacted. Okay, this highest price transacted recorded this year. Okay, but in 2018, okay, we see number 14 Nassim Road transacted at 218. We see number 33. 33 is sold by Wing Tai chairman. The chairman of Wing Tai sold his Nassim Road bungalow for 230 million. Okay, and on the same year, in 2019, right? Okay, Mr. Tony Tong also bought a GCB at Nassim Road for 105.3 years. All this you can find on the internet, or the news. Okay, a lot of people are paying attention to GCB. So if you're talking about over 100 million deals, right, you can usually find in Nassim Road. These are blockbuster units. Okay, but okay, for example, this 230 million purchase. Okay, or 230 million purchase. The person who purchased it, okay, pay a record price, 230 million at $2,700 per square foot. During those days, this is a record. So a lot of people say, crazy, why are you buying at this price? $2,700 per square foot. That was in 2019, the record price per square foot. But now we see 4,000. Now we see 4,000. So every year, people who buy very expensive units, there will always be people questioning them. Are you nuts? Are you crazy? Yet, after a few more years, okay, you will take a look at it and find that he did not make such a foolish purchase after all. Okay, so the most dangerous, I think some of the most dangerous move of buyers in the market is trying to catch the bottom. Okay, if you are trying to catch the bottom, usually you cannot, you miss very good deals. Very good deals. Okay, for example, this 128.8 million, right? Okay, the unit was first purchased from the British government at 19.3 million. Then subsequently, it was purchased in 2018 Okay, 2018 for I can't remember exactly how much he purchased, but in year 2000, it was purchased at 19.3 million. Now it's sold at 128 billion. So imagine the high profit, over 100 million in profit, okay, in the GCB market over last 20 years. 100 million over last 20 years. Buying a house, sit back, relax. Yeah, okay. So next we talk about Cluny Hill. Cluny Hill transaction is another record-breaking. Okay, it's at 4,291, the highest per square foot. So taking into perspective, right? You might think that the price actually doubled, almost doubled along that road. What I feel that is not true, because if you look at the address, the Cluny Hill purchase, right? This is number 2, number 2 Cluny Hill. Okay, the highest per square foot, 4,291 per square foot, right, is number 2 Cluny Hills. It was purchased based on a contract, right, that the developer is going to build for them. Okay, so it includes a building contract. So this is sold with a finished product. So even if you the number 2 Cluny Road, if I'm not wrong, in 2018 was purchased at 22 million. The developer actually purchased it at 22 million. Okay, so you could see that you think that he make a huge profit by not including in the construction costs. Okay, but people who buy these kind of properties, right, usually they actually will invest a lot, right, in finishing up, in building up. Okay, so construction costs could be 8 million to 10 million. Okay, 8 million to 10 million. Therefore, justifying this price. So this Cluny Hill. So do I think that the GCB market will continue to rise? Okay, the average per square foot in certain areas of GCBs are still below 2,000. Are they underpriced? I think that if you are looking at a growth in value, okay, you talk about scarcity. Okay, scarcity is in the GCB. GCB itself is already very scarce, about 2,700 plus to 2,800 units in Singapore only. Okay, the only way they increase the number of GCB, right, is by subdivision. That means the next GCB will be smaller and smaller. Okay, minimum size for a GCB is 1,400 square meter. Okay. Do I think that the market will continue to go up? I do think that the market will continue to go up based on what? Based on the recent trend, okay, that more and more well-to-do Singaporeans are going on landed purchase, okay, because they find the freehold nature of the landed is something that they can preserve their wealth. Therefore, there's a huge wave of buyers going in, and you can see the number of millionaires in Singapore are increasing at a very interesting rate, 60%, or grow more than 60% within the next 5 years. Okay, this is predicted by Credit Suisse. Okay, so now let's take a look at the semi-D market. Okay, semi-D market now will be slightly less interesting as a GCB, but you can see down here, per square foot of semi-Ds are gradually increasing. Okay, are gradually increasing. In a prime area like District 10, right? District 10, District 11, the highest transaction is 3,700, 3,500, 3,400. So these top three per square foot price. Okay, what are they? One Tree Hill collection. What are they? The One Tree Hill collection was by Lam Chang. Okay, Lam Chang developed this how many units? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 units. Total 14 units, 12 units of semi-Ds and 2 units of detached house. These 2 units are detached house. So if you see, okay, this is actually now individually owned. Previously sitting on this land, okay, is One Tree Hill Garden, a cluster. It's a cluster. Okay, so this is strata landed. Okay, and Lam Chang decided against against the trend, right, to tear down, after they bought it, they tear down the cluster and build individual units. Okay, the difference between strata units and individual units is these units have no control over the land. Okay, they are subjected to en bloc rules. But these units are actually, you have individual control, 100% control over your land. No one can force you to sell unless the government want your unit for road expansion. Other than that, right, you have 100% control of your land. So Lam Chang actually go against the trend, okay, to build individual units instead of strata units. Okay, so One Tree Hill mostly sold already. If I'm not wrong, there are only like 4 units left. They're only the pricing is about $3,600 to $3,700 per square foot. You can take a look if you have the money. Why not take a look? Because it's very, very convenient. This is near Orchard. This is near Orchard, Grange Road area. Grange Road area. Okay, so Grange Road area, not many landed properties. Not many landed properties. Next, let's take a look at the terraces. Terraces. So in the terrace transaction, right? Okay, you start to see District 9. District 9. Okay, so what is in District 9? What kind of terrace are there in this, right? So you can see that terraces, right, there are a lot of $4,000, above $4,000 transaction, or close to $4,000 transaction in District 9. District 9 is right in the middle of Orchard Road. It's right in the middle of Orchard Road. Okay, so there's a huge upturn for conservation residential shophouse. Conservation residential shophouse, which look like this. Okay, this is conservation residential shophouse. Where can you find them? You can find them in only 3 areas. Okay, 3 historic areas are, of course, in the secondary settlement. There are also residential shophouse. But the very prominent one will be Emerald Hill. Emerald Hill. Okay, this Emerald Hill is next to Cuppage. Next to Cuppage, next to Centrepoint. Okay, if you ever walk in front of the Emerald Hill, right, the first few units has been converted to restaurants. There's no plan for Singapore Land Authorities to or URA to grant planning permission to open further restaurant. Okay, they have rejected quite a few applications already. Only the previously approved one, only the first few units are used. So this area right now is going at average $3,800 to $4,000 per square foot. Okay, due to the charm of conservation shophouses. Okay, so these are the most expensive landed consistently. Okay. There another area is Cane Hill. So let's go back to the transactions, right? You can see District 9. Okay, you also can see every road, right, above $3,000 per square foot. Again, these terraces are conservation shophouse. These terraces are actually conservation shophouse. Okay, so when you see above $3,000 per square foot one, right, for terraces are usually conservation shophouse. A lot of people might not notice. Okay, for the normal kind of terrace, haven't really set the trend to breach $3,000 per square foot yet. Okay. Okay, so this is Emerald Hill, Cane Hill, and the next one will be, these are all historic areas, Blair Plain, Everton Road, or Spottiswoode Road. Okay, this stretch, the back stretch. The front stretch has been converted to commercial. The back stretch is conservation shophouse for residential purposes. So these are attracting huge interest, okay, especially to nostalgic Singaporeans who want to keep who want to have a stake in the history of Singapore. So this is some new trend that emerging. Conservation shophouse are really in demand right now for residential purposes. Okay, however, this is definitely not, I will not say that this will be a huge opportunities for investment because of the relatively low volume. You only see this kind of unit put up on sale during the boom time. Okay, so these are like collector's items. So take note for landed, right? One of the main thing you need to understand is this: a prime unit. Okay, people do not put out on sale. The average profile of landed owners are usually people with holding power. Therefore, they can withdraw their listing from the market and don't sell for the next 5, 10, 20 years. Okay, the only thing that motivates them to sell is if they see capital gain. Okay, and that's why the landed market are less volatile than other markets. Okay, I'm going to pause here. I only have 5 more minutes, okay, to answer questions. Let me stop share here. Okay, I want to answer your questions before you. Any question? It's so poorly with many owners making a loss on sales. Strata lender seems to be convenient with MCNC and less costly than pure lender, but somehow does not hold value well. I think strata landed, I do not agree, Sam, that it does not hold value well. It really depends on at which point are you looking at it. Like for example, at this point, if you look at strata landed, right? Okay, most of the strata landed are not making losses. If you bought it from the beginning, okay, and the new launch, you stay there. But take note that if you need to compare apple to apple, okay, strata landed that is 9-year leasehold and strata landed that is freehold perform totally differently. And the size of the strata landed also play a very important role. Small strata landed like this strata development only have like 10, 20 or 5, 8 units only. Okay, those kind of strata development don't hold value very well. Okay, a big one will usually hold value better because of a lower MCST. One big difference between strata landed and individual ownership landed is you do not have 100% control over your properties. There are some restriction. There are some restriction over what you can build. Okay, what you can build, what you can. If you want to add awnings, all these you need to get MCSD approval as well. Okay, so this restriction is not in line with most of the requirement of landed owners, because most landed owners want 100% control. They want to do whatever they want, tear it down, they want to build however they want to build. Okay, and one of the difference is pure landed, right? Okay, singular unit do not need to pay maintenance, you just maintain it yourself. Okay. Desmond Lim say how big is big? I think more than 30 units or 50 units, okay, is safe. Okay, don't need to be too big, like 100 units. It's like a sizable one, like above 20 units. Don't go for those 5 units, 3 units, 5 units, 8 units kind of. Those usually facility also non-existent. Okay, based on the first slide, the volume are low and the price are low, and sometimes or sentiments are low. Can we explain this thought on why the price index going up in the last 2 years, but the volume are only around 2 to 3K per unit? 2 to 3K is considered good volume already. 2 to 3K is considered good volume. Most of the times we are working for agents, they are working on the transaction volume of between 1,004, 1,003 to even 900 units per year transactions. Okay, so only in boom time, I would say the last decade or the last 15 years has been very, very good for the real estate market. Okay, so during these 15 years, if you only view the market from a 15 years angle, right, you can't feel the whole market as a whole. Okay, so most of the time, landed buyers, they are always landed buyers looking for landed. In fact, you see, how hot is the market right now? The market is so hot that I have a developer who just bought the land, exercise it, haven't complete. That means he does not own the land yet, haven't complete, right? But what he's intending to build, already people bought it. Already people paid him to buy over the land with a building already. Okay, this is how hot the market is right now. If unit going TOP or just TOP is now a luxury. Okay, brand new units especially. Okay, I think left 1 minute. So one more last question. What are the landed enclave that have not appreciate a lot in price? What are the landed enclave that have not appreciate a lot in price? Sembawang? Yeah, you can go Sembawang, have not appreciate a lot in price. So still quite some opportunities there. Sembawang lah, Lentor lah, these areas are the price haven't appreciated a lot yet. Why I appreciate a lot? District 15 is appreciated a lot. District 10, District 11 appreciated a lot already. So are there opportunities in other district 15, 11, 10 still got? No, 15, Lentor and Sembawang area. Okay, even Yio Chu Kang area, District 28 still got opportunities. How about District 19? District 19 is the highest transaction volume in Singapore. Okay, so District 19 the price are very, very fair. Okay, I see Shermi turn on the video. That's my cue to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry everybody. I think the questions are coming in like every second. So we have to stop here. So I guess what happened is Ray can actually answer the question privately so that we can invite the next guest for our sharing as well. So thank you, Ray, so much for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
So next up we have Jeep. So he will be sharing about the strata homes on buying a strata home, and then does it make sense to invest in one? So some of you actually asked about strata lenders. So Jeep will be able to cover that. So Jeep, are you there?
Yes.
Hi, Jeep.
Thank you very much.
I know you for so long already.
Yes.
Good to have you today here. So are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, take over now.
Thank you, Shamin, and very good morning to all the audience. And yeah, my name is Jeep Ng. Yeah, a very good Sunday to all of you, and it's a Sunday, and I'm really happy to see all of you. So many of you here, more than 700 of you here, are coming in to find out what is happening in the landed market. And myself today, I'm going to actually share with you some of the information and the maybe future prospect for strata lender. I saw some question coming in. I hope after the session, I think you will have a better understanding on strata lender market and so on. Right. So everybody, yeah, good morning. I think I see some of the familiar name here. Right. So if you guys think that you learned a lot from Ray Teo sharing earlier on the conventional market, can everybody put a 8 maybe? 8, right? Yes. Sabrina, Jasmine, thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Wow, so fast, I can't even read your name. Thank you very much. Yes, I see a lot of 8. Yes, 8 represent what? Right, so I wish all of you, right, are able to pick up a very good landed property if you are looking for one, and moving forward, you will have all the what years. Right, so this is the opportunity for landed market or landed property. If you own one, I think you're among the top 5% of the Singaporean residential owners. So that is something that in terms of status, I'm sure your house value will be preserved, and over the time, you are able to get profit from it. Right, so without further ado, I also only have very limited time. I wish I had more time to share with all of you, but I need to adhere to the timing because today got many speakers lining up to share all the information with all of you, right? So I'm going to start my sharing now, right? Okay. Okay, my topic today will be buying a strata landed home. Does it make sense to invest in one? I think this topic is quite interesting because in the past, I think from the Q&A earlier on, I also see that some of you think that, hey, strata landed is actually so nice. You have the best of both worlds, right? You have the convenience of like the feel of a landed stay. At the same time, you are able to enjoy the condo facilities, and yet you don't have to be headed for all the maintenance because someone is going to take care of all your maintenance. You just have to monthly, regularly, you pay your maintenance fee. But why isn't the strata landed appreciation not, to a lot of people might think that it's not as much as conventional landed property. Yeah, I think this statement is actually true in certain sense. But if you actually dive deeper, there are a lot of strata landed owners are making good profit as well. Right, so that's something I'm going to share with you today. Right, buying a strata landed home, does it make sense to invest in one home? My name is Jeep. Once again, allow me to do a bit of introduction of myself. Right, I'm more than 20 years in the market, and in the past, I have actually conduct many consumer seminars about the landed property topics, right? And of course, that include the conventional and strata landed. And I'm also doing a lot of research into the condominium new launches, because I'm one of the chief IC representing PropNex for all our new condominium launches, right? And these are some of the topics that I've done in the past few years. And right, I'm also a trainer, training thousands and thousands of PropNexians in landed property as well, right? So I myself also in the past, I am heavily involved in landed property. That's why I have the knowledge to share. And now I really focus a lot on strata landed. And today I'm here to share with you, moving forwards, what are you able to expect from strata landed markets, right? Okay, good. So disclaimer, all this information I share is just for education purpose, for sharing, for references. And I mean, we will not be holding any responsibility. Like if you actually go and invest something and you don't make profits, I have to make myself clear. These are all from our experience, and the data are all pulling out from the URA or from some of the property proctors. Right, so sit back, relax, and I hope you don't do any recording or don't do any photo taking. Just enjoy, relax, and then you absorb all the information that I'm going to put across to all of you, right? Okay, good. So 5 minutes over for my introduction, and now I'll start into the sharing proper, right? So, for the benefit of some of you, I just want to use this slide to explain to you what is actually strata landed housing, right? All this is pulling out from the URA, the definition of a strata landed. Comprise strata title landed housing unit occupying a common development site with shared communal facilities and a single vehicular access point, right? So compared to conventional, if you look into a project, if there's only one vehicle entrance, and that is actually classified under strata landed, it will not be a conventional landed, right? Sometimes you drive by, you drive past, you might not be able to identify it. Is this conventional or strata landed, especially the older townhouses, sometimes it can't really tell, right? So strata landed also come with bungalow, semi-detached, and terraces, right? As I mean, it will be the same like conventional landed property. These are the three main different type of strata landed. Of course, you have the GCB strata landed as well. They are allowed to build strata landed in GCB area, right? And these are the example of strata landed, right? Belgravia Green is one of the freehold strata landed in Strata Hill. This is phase 2. Of course, they are coming out with phase 3 very soon. And the other one will be Parkwood Collection in Hougang Lorong 1 Realty Park. These are two recent example of strata landed projects, right? Then, of course, strata landed houses may be allowed within a flex development, meaning in a condominium, you are able to spot some strata landed houses as well, right? So one of the recent example is actually our developer Oxley on the riverfront residences, very nice strata landed housing, 2 row facing the river and is unblocked facing the pool, right? But it's already fully sold. And the other one is Affinity, also by Oxley, right, at Serangoon. Also, they have some strata landed there. Is in District 19, all these two, right? And it's already fully sold at Affinity at Serangoon as well. So it proves that actually strata landed are gaining popularity, right, over the last 1 year. We can see the take-up rate really increased. Later, I'm going to show you some data, right? So the other one Oxley has is the Cambridge Hill Residences in District 5, Pasir Panjang area, right? It's a very, very interesting product, and I personally feel that staying in a strata landed, having a low density environment make a lot of difference when you walk inside there, right? You don't see tall buildings. So this is one area whereby it's only 1.4 plot ratios, and majority of them are even landed enclave, right? Some of the condo there, but some condos are found there, but the highest is only 5 stories. So this is really a low density living area, and it's quite hard to get a development that you are just next to the national park. The Cambridge Hill Park is over there. So you even have a side gate. So these are some of the recent example of those strata landed houses inside a condominium projects, right? So are they gaining popularity based on the take-up rate? I think, yes, we see very strong take-up rate in the last 1 year, right? And this is the overall strata landed performance. I mean, in the past, after every crisis, what's going to happen to the strata? So this graph shown the average per square foot, right? In overall, meaning combination of old and new strata landed, 99 and freehold. And you get this pattern of the take-up rate. And these are some of the crises in the past, dot-com bubble and the SARS in 2003. After that, you can see the strata landed PSF start to climb up also, right? And when it comes to the 2008 global financial crisis, on the H1N1 flu periods, after that, the PSF of the strata landed climb up. Right, again, when we come to TDSR, which is our cooling measure, and it really affect the whole property market across the whole Singapore, right? In 2013, the price came down, and after that, when people settling down, you can see the price start to climb again, right? So the big question to ask ourselves is actually today, we are in COVID-19 situation, but it's already proven that this pandemic actually doesn't cause Singapore property price to drop tremendously like before. Right? I think one of the good reasons is that the TDSR the government implemented is already in place, and everybody have a better holding power. Right? So that allowed us to have a very healthy property market in Singapore, and that including the landed property. And landed property, all the index a combination of conventional landed and strata landed property, right? So all these contributed to our index, and today, I don't know, I think every one of us believe that the price will continue to climb. It will behave the same as the three past post-crisis, right? And that is what we are experiencing now in the market, right? Okay, so past track record of strata landed, yes, we have two big boom market for big boom cycle for Singapore residential market. One of them is actually from 2004 to 2008. But during this time round, the boom actually, altogether Singapore, we have like 4 categories of landed property, right? We have freehold conventional, we have 99 years conventional, we have 99 years strata, we have freehold strata landed housing, right? These are the 4 category of landed property in Singapore. But during the last 2 booming cycle, in 2004 to 2008, that period, actually freehold strata landed increased the most, right? It outperformed the other 3 categories, including the conventional landed property, right? And when it comes to the recent cycle, 2009 to 2013, in fact, 99 years strata landed increased the most, right? So meaning what? Meaning some of the owning strata landed are making profits. Because these 2 booming cycle, actually, these are the 2 categories of landed that increase the most in terms of average per square foot. Right? So if you are selling your strata landed in these 2 booming cycle, definitely I'm sure you'll be getting good profits back. Right. So just now got one question asking why strata landed value are not able to hold, which I think it also one of the reasons is depend on at which point of time you exit out from your investment property or your staying property. I think that is very, very critical because property go up and down. And if you choose to sell during the downturn, definitely you might be suffering losses. But if you are able to hold onto it and you wait for opportunity like this to boom or the current market now, I'm sure you are able to sell at a very good return, right, based on your initial investment. Yeah, so these are the 2 cycles that are coming in the past 2 cycle, booming cycle, right? This is the article that came out from the Straits Times. So it's actually talking about the last cycle, which is the one that I've shown to you. Right, and overall average per square foot for overall strata, average per square foot for overall strata landed housing from 1999 to 2021, we have seen a 191.35% increment. Right, so that is about almost close to 5% per year kind of increment. That's overall strata landed housing average per square foot, right, in the last 20 years. And overall conventional landed actually done about 203, which is slightly above strata landed if you talk about the overall market, right, in the past 20 years, 5.17% per year. This is based on average per square foot. And if you talk about the recent one, the last 10 years, I mean, for new strata landed, we have seen about 56.54% increment, which is slightly above 5% for strata landed, right? Combined, I mean, it's a combination of new and old plus the, what I call it, freehold and 99. And of course, if you look at the last 10 years, new conventional landed, the increment is about 61.74%, which is about 5.49% per year. So if you base on last 10 years data, the two category of landed property actually in terms of average per square foot increment percentage per year is quite close to each other. Right, of course, this is just the general pictures, and if you dive deep into individual units, you might be able to see maybe some bigger differences, that kind of things. But it's just to give you a broad idea of how are these two groups of property performance, right? And recently also we have seen the last 2 years, you can see the volume, the take-up volume for strata landed has already started to pick up, and it's getting stronger. Right, so this one, if you look back into the past year, once after the crisis, the thing will continue to pick up. And last cycle was actually a increment, I mean, a consecutive of 4 years in terms of volume increment after the last crisis, which is our TD, not crisis, the cooling measure, which affecting the Singapore property market in 2013. After that, you can see the drop in volume, but after that, it starts to come back again. Right, so this is the take-up rate of strata landed housing. And three key factors today, this is my main topic. I want to share with you, moving forward, something might change in terms of the demand of strata landed because of some of the rule changes, because of the pandemics, and because of work from home, and because condominium maybe are getting smaller, because land costs are getting very high, developers are tending to build maybe a much smaller units moving forwards. Yeah, so in my own opinion, I find that these three factors it will already affect the demand of the strata landed property in Singapore moving forwards. Right, the first is the transaction, supply of the strata landed. So if you look at the whole supply in Singapore, this is actually an overall supply, including, of course, the conventional landed property. And we can see in the last 20 years, we have about 456,000 units of residential increment in the whole residential market. But condo already occupied 212,000 units. And of course, landed property only less than 8,000. Or in 20 years, less than 8,000. I think that's very, very rare. That's why landed property are already collectible items that due to the very limited supply in Singapore, the land scarce Singapore, and the pricing will continue to climb, including the strata landed as well. And this is actually the last GLS for landed housing in Singapore, Lorong 1 Realty Park. This one was actually government pushed out in 2017, and it had attracted a lot of developers, I think 11 bids, and eventually Fantasia got the award, and now this plot of land is Parkwood Collection. They decided to build strata landed after that. And 2017, this is after 2017, the next earliest land bid for landed property is 2013, that is Victoria Park, Victoria Villa, and after that followed by October 2011, that is Chestnut Avenue, right? And now it's Michael Residences. And then 2011 is Serangoon Garden Way, and now it's housed at Garden, right? At Serangoon Garden, right? So you can see the number of years, all this Sampawang is actually when government started to push out envelope control, a new concept to build landed property, and they push out many plot of land at the Sampawang Park or Sampawang Seaside there to test out this new concept of envelope control, right? So that's the time whereby you can see a lot of supply coming into Sampawang Seaside area, right, during the 3 years. And after that, our land sales for landed property is really slowing down a lot. After like 4 years, 5 years, you get one plot of land, right? And because of lack of GLS, government land sales, we don't see a lot of new supply of like big project moving forwards. or even in the last 10 years, we don't see a lot of projects that are catered to build landed property. Right, so total strata landed housing supply. This actually you can't find in any way. I take the time to go and compile all the recent launches and so on. Right, this is my finding. 2015, 83 units in total. Right, and 2016, 163 units in total. All these are strata landed, including the strata landed in the condominium projects, 19 units. 2018, we have 95 units, and 2019, we have the most of 343 units, followed by 2020, 22 units. So in fact, in the last like 5-6 years, we don't have a lot of strata landed supply, right? This is what we have. Total only 725 units, 725. So there's not really a lot, right? It's not a lot. And because of that, then definitely if buyer, they want to buy, then they have quite limited choices, right? And let me see. Okay, so this supply, after you understand the supply, I want you to understand another new thing, which is the new guideline. Maybe a lot of you are not aware, unless your agent, really share with you all before, or you have known from somebody else. New guideline for strata landed housing was implemented in 2014. I think this is one important rule that for those people who are eyeing for strata landed, you have to take note. Right, and because this rule will really change the strata landed supply moving forwards. Right, before the old guideline, 30% developer has to set aside for communal space. There's no greenery control. Right, within this 30%, you can do anything you want. You can build swimming pools, you can build facilities. You don't have to cater for green control, right? And 100% of the site area are used to computing to how many units you are able to build on the plot of land by the developer, right? You can use the 100% of the plot size to do the computation of how many units you are able to build. But when come 2014, August 23rd, government URA changed the rule, right? You can see actually it's quite a heavy burden to developer now. 30% for communal space now have to be 45%, or meaning they have less land to build houses, because they have to build the communal service like facilities and so on, right? And on top of that, they have to cater 25% for the green, It means they have to put plants, grass, the kind of green is 25% up from 0%. So there's another very, very heavy burden restriction to the developer, definitely. And they are only allowed to use 40% of the plot size. Imagine if you have 100,000 square feet of land, now only you can use 40,000 square feet of land to do the computation on the number of units that you are able to build on this plot of land. So you can see they are actually governed by 3 new policies from URA that are controlling the number of units that can build on the plot of land, right? In other words, on strata landed, actually, the incentive for developer might not be very high because they have to put in a lot of costs to build basement, to build facilities. By end of the day, you don't get extra space, or you don't get many units. The number of units you are getting is very less, and that will affect your profit margins. So in other words, developer might not want to build this kind of project or this kind of strata landed moving in the futures. Yeah, so future demand for strata landed, this will be the situation, or low in supply because no incentive for them to build. And new condo sites are getting smaller, and conventional landed price are getting higher because of the construction cost. Brand new one are getting so much more expensive today, right? And because of that, a lot of buyers next time they might have to turn to resale market to buy the strata landed because you don't find new strata landed moving into the market anymore, right? And this reminds me of the executive mansionettes that are happening now. Our mansionettes are very old already, but they are still able to command very high price because buyer cannot buy from HDB directly. HDB don't build mansionette anymore. And if that kind of situation apply in strata landed market, strata landed property, then I'm sure you are able to get good demand in the future because this is the only place that buyer can buy, which is the resale market. They cannot buy from the brand new developer units. So if that happens, the demand for strata landed might be going up in the future. Yeah, so this is one thing that is really changing the whole strata landed horizon based on my experience. Right, so what makes a good strata landed project? Of course, not every strata landed project can make money. I mean, I agree with all of you. Some of them are already making losses. Same to conventional landed property as well. I also see people making losses. If you go and check the URA, some of the transactions are really negative transaction. Right, so to choose a good strata landed project is very, very important. So in my experience, I think that these are a few things that really will contribute to a good strata landed project. Right. Big plot size. Big plot size is very important. And of course, nearby upcoming urban transformation, near amenities is important because you must understand who are the people who will be staying in the strata landed house. Right. So all these are of utmost important, and majority of them are actually from the condo upgraders. That is actually a main pool of strata landed buyers. So you must understand who are the buyers. Then you will be able to find what are the good projects to go for. Right? And definitely public transportation is one of the very critical important elements. Right? Of course, if you are able to get schools, I think it's a bonus. If not, I think it's still okay. But the first 4 points are something that I really think that is important, so that you will be able to hold on to a good property that your value are able to preserve because the demand are there. A buyer will want to buy, and this is one of the projects that they will look out for if they really want to come into strata landed market. Yeah, so these are some of the factors, but I don't have a lot of time. I'm only having like 4 minutes left. Right. With this is one area whereby I think it's very interesting. Pasir Panjang, right? Landed property estimated is 1,000 units only, right? And here, Serangoon, if you compare to Serangoon Garden itself, right, it's already more than 4,000 units. So Pasir Panjang is one area whereby we have very limited landed supply. And this is the only area. The landed estate is sit right in the Greater Southern Waterfront. No? So remember, I say urban transformation is one of the most important factors that will help you to push your property price up. And because of that, then I think if you are want to write onto the GSW, which is the Greater Southern Waterfront Development, then Pasir Panjang is one of the landed estate which is nearest to this particular area of transformation. Right. So if you look at the whole transaction for D5 and D19, there's actually about 6.6 times. So it proves that the D5 is really limited supply. Right. It's really hold on, the cursor is not moving. Okay, D19 has 6.6 times more landed transaction than D5, right? So this is one of the area whereby it's having very limited stock for landed property, and GSW is there, and affordability, right? In the future, I think strata landed demand might be still there because it is really a good bridge between condominium and the conventional landed property will be getting higher, right? So it really filled up this gap for those buyers who inspire to be landed property owners, and the kids are still young and they want to enjoy good facilities. So that's whereby the demand of strata landed coming in, right? So this thing will fill up the gap between the condominium and the conventional landed property, and and because developer might not have the incentive to build any more new strata landed project moving forwards, right? So if buyer want, they really have to come into the resale market to buy. So that will really push the demand high in the secondary market for strata landed. Yeah, so you can see actually in D5, the PSF for strata landed also are picking up very, very fast, right? So these are the three factors. Good. And I see whether I got maybe a luxury to answer one or two questions, right? No, I don't. Is there any usually ended up with non-profit transaction? Yeah, otherwise I say it depends. It depends on when are you selling, and if you understand what are the 5 main important factors that contributed to a good strata landed, that will determine what is the potential demand for your particular property. That's why you must understand who are the people who will stay in strata landed. That will help you to determine what are the good factors or which are the good products that you can buy. Yeah, so the 5 main points is actually through my years of experience. I study the buyers' demographics, and if you're having with a property with the kind of factors, I'm sure, right? Yeah, you are able to sell it next time with a handsome profits. Right, foreigner buy strata landed located with condominium. This one is true in those developments that are built 2012 and below and earlier, right? Because you already changed the rule in 2012. And all the strata landed in the condominium project will no longer be having a condominium titles. So foreigners, of course, they come buy. Today, all the strata landed are having strata landed titles. Being you are in a condominium or you are a pure strata landed project. These are the things that everybody are equal, and you are having a landed title. So definitely only are open to Singaporeans.
Thank you, Jeep.
Yeah. So with that, thank you very much, and yeah, all the best to all of you
for sharing. Okay, thank you so much. So if you are actually joining us from social media, do join 700 of us in Zoom, so where you can actually ask your burning questions here. So now we will be showcasing 5 landed homes that is available right now. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat box, and then the IC will actually answer them along the way. Remember to stay till the end, where we will be sharing with you the panel discussion on the subject, where what are the things to look out for when buying a landed homes, with live Q&A together with the CEOs and executive directors. So first up, we will be introducing Alex Goh, where he will be sharing on Kentridge Hill Residences. So good morning, Alex.
Yeah, hi, morning, everyone.
You may start now.
Thank you. Okay, so I will be just running through a project that is having strata, and after that, I will pass on to the rest that is showcasing all the landed property. Okay, so I will just run through here first. Give me a while. Okay, so my segment will be quite short. I will be taking just 15 minutes. So I'm just going to run through with you where is actually Kentridge Hill and what does we have in terms of the strata here. Okay, so Kentridge is actually a condo that is a nature that is in the city. So it's very near to the nature because you actually have a gate that is leading all the way straight to the Kentridge Hill Park, okay? But yet you are very near to all the offices and the city itself. Okay, so the good thing is that in terms of Kentridge Hill, we are actually very near to the Greater Southern Waterfront City, which is about 6 times the size of Marina Bay, and it stretches all the way from the capital side to the Pasir Panjang side. So it's a huge development that I think a lot of us will have already known by the announcement from the government itself. I think our Prime Minister have announced it during the National Day rally in 2019. So this is where the government is putting their focus for the next 5-10 years. Okay, so next, what is going to happen here is that they are going to build 9,000 residential units, which comprise of HDB, private condo, etc., etc. So end of the day, I would say that in terms of all these things coming up with all the infrastructure, all the facilities, all the amenities coming up, the prices and the land of this area will definitely be moving towards the higher side. So Kentridge is bought is a land that is en bloc back in I think 2018. So the land is bought in terms of the prices that we look at compared to today is bought relatively quite low. Later I'm going to share with you some of the landed prices, the strata landed prices that I'm going to show you. Okay, so just now Jeep have mentioned that about some of the factors that we want to take note if we are going into a strata landed. So we can actually go through and see whether all these things are factors that you see in Kentridge Hill itself. Okay, so where are we? We are actually 600 meters away from the mega transformation. So in fact, we will actually gain a lot of opportunity in terms of infrastructure improvement. Pasir Panjang used to be an area that is very quiet, a lot of low-rise condo, landed properties, but we are quite near to the town. But it in itself is, is a very quiet town to begin with. But now with all the things coming in, I think this is a place that I personally, whenever I travel down there, I see, a home to that I want to stay in, because it's so nice in terms of the greenery, everything that is built in. Plus, you are actually short distance to like VivoCity, like the CBD area, all these things. So you are actually on the center of both sides. One side is to the One North area, which is already having a lot of tech company, all these things. The other side is towards the CBD itself. So you are right smack in between, which in terms, if you look at it, you would not have problem in terms of getting tenants. Even if you are getting a strata, I would say that as an investment point of view, you'll be getting good traction of tenants coming in. Why? Because there is also a good amount of tenants that is looking for landed properties. But end of the day, the difference between a pure landed and a strata is that strata, there is still facilities to begin with. So in fact, what I've seen myself is that in terms of rental market, the strata usually demand a higher rental. So because of the facilities, all these things that especially for foreigner tenants that is looking for, so they want all these things to be in place. So strata landed usually give you good, quite decent rental yield. But of course, all the things that Jeep have mentioned is important, like the amenities around, the size of the land, because I think Ray have mentioned that the number of units for the strata landed is important. So in Kent Ridge Hill is a bit different. It's a mixture of condo and strata. So you actually have a huge plot of land that you have all the facilities inside. And you, in terms of strata itself, there's already 50 units of strata landed. Okay, so we are actually very near to the Science Park 1 and 2, Maple Business City, and One North, and therefore you will have a lot of quality tenants that is coming to your way. Because you can see that Kent Ridge is here. This is where the Science Park, everything is, and this is where the Maple Tree Business District is. And if you move further down, this is where the CBD is. Okay, so now we have even have two schools that is nearby, NUS and NUS, that is the school that is nearby, and we actually have Science Park 1 and 2, just now what I mentioned, Maple Tree Business District, CBD area. Okay, so One North is also. So in terms of the distance to the MRT, which is one of the very, very important factor, because in terms of landed, I myself is also looking at landed property, but landed is sometimes, you want to get something that's near MRT, there is very limited number of units there, because landed estates can be quite huge, so some of them can be quite far in. So usually landed owner are usually, most of them are driving, but this is different because this is a strata, so it's very important to be near MRT. So we actually try out ourselves. It's about 8 minutes walk to the Pasir Panjang MRT, which is the nearest MRT that we are nearby. So we walk ourselves before, it's about 8 minutes distance. Okay, so in terms of the Pasir Panjang MRT, we are actually quite connected. Okay, where are we connected? Because we are in the Circle Line. Circle Line is somewhere that why is it called Circle Line? Because it's connected to many different lines across Singapore. So it's like a circle that you can just change along the way. So we are 3 stops to One North MRT, 3 stops to Harbourfront MRT, and 7 stops to Marina Bay MRT by the year of 2025. Why do I say the year of 2025? Later I'll share a bit more. But if you can see, is very near to each other, everything. So 6 minutes drive to VivoCity, 10 minutes drive to CBD. That is the reason why Pasir Panjang, in terms not just the strata, even the condo units are having quite a decent amount of rental yield, because the foreigners or the PRs that's coming here to work, they will actually want to rent here. Because if you want to get somewhere that is not too near to the town, not too cluttered, but yet you have the short distance to work, and you also have the greenery to begin with, this is somewhere that a lot of people will put their focus on. Okay, so why do I say that it's 2025? Because this will complete the Circle Line, because the rest of the Circle Line is already completed, only this part. The Keppel, Cantonment, Prince Edward Road, and actually Marina Bay is already there. So this part will be completed in 2025, which means that you can link straight away from Pasir Panjang MRT all the way to Marina Bay. So I think this is something that is very important. So buying in now, I mean, in future there will be all this linkage that is done for you. I think this will help you greatly in terms of your appreciation and also your rental yield. Okay. So Kent Hill is 548 units in terms of the development itself, consists of 498 normal condo unit and 50 strata landed. So if you can see in this location itself, within 1 kilometer, most of the condo in Pasir Panjang area are all 100 over units. Why most of them are 100 over units? Because there is a height restriction of 5-story. For all the condos here, you can see that it's all low rise. So if you want a condo like this, 548 units with strata landed inside, you need a huge plot of land, which you can see here very clearly. You see the land of Kent Hill is very big, because it is quite difficult to get another condo or another development here in this vicinity itself to have 400-500 units in future. And this is extremely important because with more units, with bigger land, you have more facilities. Later, I'm going to show you some of the pictures of Kent Hill, and this will actually help you bring up your value and also your rental also. Okay, so what's the project detail is 548 units developed by Oxley Development. Okay, 50 units of strata. Every unit will come with 1 car park lots. Okay, and expected TOP is 2024, but from what I know, we might be able to complete next year, maybe 3rd quarter. Okay, so we are almost 91% sold as of now. Out of the 50 strata unit, 35 is sold. Today we have a current of 15 units left. So there's a total of 300,000 square feet of land and Kent Hill, which you can see from this plot. You see it's a huge condo of a huge development. All these are all the stratas. Okay, and these are the typical condo units, all 5 stories high. Okay, and you can see that where I circle here, this is where all the strata are located. So it's approximately about 4 to 8 meters higher compared to the road. Okay, so you actually is a bit of elevated because this development itself is more elevated on this corner. So the strata is all gathered in this side. Okay. Okay, so these are some of the pictures that we have. You can see that because of the huge plot of land and the number of units that is involved, you have very nice facilities and nice visage of the whole area. You can see it from the artist's impression, very, 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 very modern type of look. But with all the things that you want, tennis court, swimming pool, all these things will be in place. So that's the main difference between a smaller strata landed and a bigger size development, because small one, if they want to build swimming pools, all these things, there will be a lot of cost that is added into the monthly maintenance fee. So, but for big developments, usually that it will be shared among even the condo owners. So you do not need to pay so much, which is one of the critical factor when you want to sell in future. Because if your maintenance fee is too high, it's also difficult to offload the property itself. Okay, so you are actually sitting in a quiet and serene environment. Even the condo itself is built with a lot of greenery because like what I mentioned earlier, just right behind there's a gate. You open up, you can reach all, you can straight away, there's a staircase, you can go up to Kent Hill Park. Okay, so in Kent Hill Park, you can link all the way to the VivoCity side. I walk myself, is quite a distance away, but of course you still can go there. Okay, so I still have 2 minutes to go. I will run through. So these are some of the pictures that you can see: arrival, floating gym, waterside banquet area, main facilities area. Okay. Strata landed, you can see from here, is actually quite nicely built. If you are interested, you can make a trip down to have a look yourself. Okay. So you can see there's our 5-bedroom strata are fully sold, so we are left with the 4-bedroom, which is all located in this area. You can see the slight gray, the circle in the red color one, all the strata landed for the 4-bedroom itself. I'm going to show you some of the floor plans. So these are the floor plans. So 3-story. It's a basement, 1st and 2nd story. So the entrance will be on the, usually there will be come with a car park lot. So the good thing about Kent Hill is that usually for strata landed, I've seen some of the other developments, they charge you based on 2 car park lots. So this lot will be included in terms of the size, but in Kent Hill, they only put 1. So which means this space, actually no one will park in front of you also, but this space will be given to you almost like free. So in fact, you only pay for a smaller size that is, for the car park itself. Okay, so you can have 1 entrance here and 1 more entrance on the 1st story. So the price now is starting from 976 million, which is if you look at the condo prices, a lot of larger condo are already transacting at 2.5 to 2.8 million range for the mass market area. So in terms of the price that you're getting now, I think this is quite a decent price to begin with. Okay, so I've end my sharing on them in terms of the strata. But just one last thing, there's branded appliances, fittings, and smart home system. They are giving appliances like Garganoi, all these things that is very, very high end. So yeah, if you are interested, just do contact any of the salesperson and they can show you around. Okay. One last thing, sorry. 448 for the maintenance. Okay. Okay, I'll hand it back to Shami.
Thank you so much for your input.
Thank you.
Alex. So let's invite the next Alex Ng. Hi, Alex. Hello. Are you there? I can't hear you.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi.
Okay, so this is Alex Ng. He has this motto that he stands by. So maybe I'll let him share a little bit later. So he actually has this motto where there's one good, no two good. If both are good, price are not good. Yeah. So you can take it away.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Hi, just a quick introduction on myself. I'm Alex. This is my web and I'm focusing mainly in the East Coast region. So today I'm showing you one super big bungalow. Please give me a short while. Because today we only have a short time and this is a very big bungalow that I'm showing you. So I did not do too much introduction on the surrounding, but I want to show you the entire space of the Okay, my motto is there's one good, no two good. If both are good, price not good. Okay, anyway, come to this. This is a super big bungalow, which sitting on the land of 7,260 with a build up of 13,000. So total there is 13 bedrooms plus there are another 4 facilities rooms that I will share with you later. So this is the house that was, this is a brand new house that is building. So I'm going to show you a tour that I have made. So easily based on this car park area, we can park 6 to 7 cars. So let's go in now. This house is definitely suitable for those multi-generation where you want big families to stay together. Later on, I'll give you a little bit more heads up on why this property you can do that and even you have still privacy. So now this is what you see for the entire living hall. So the living hall space, easily we can fit in even more than 10-seater sofa. And then when we go through, then we will have our dining area. So this is the entire dining area. The leaf base here is in the center. This is a 3.5 story with basement. So this is our wet kitchen, dry kitchen area followed by the wet kitchen. So this is a wet kitchen. So it's huge. So it will easily be able to cater for big family, for dinners, etc. So behind will be a helper's room. Helper's room is also huge. We can easily fit in those, if you based on double decker, we can put in even 4 beds. So for a big house like that, we can even have 4 maids, not a problem. So we have lift and pool. Let me show you where the pool and lift is. So this is the pool. And one thing good is surrounding is by conservation houses. So this is one thing that we do not need to concern if let's say there is any new redevelopment, because chances of conservation houses when they are doing a rebuilding or reconstruction is lesser. So here we have another room. This can be another multi-usage room. The owners here can use as a mahjong room. I think it's quite nice. It's a very huge house. And this door that you see, which I did not take a virtual inside, this is a sauna or a steam room. So this is few things that we can cater. So it's a big house coming in with like a condo facility. So let me show you down to the basement. Okay, so this is the basement, which is the front part of the basement. So you have a gym and you have a theater room. Soundproofing is already done for the soundproofing. So this you can use it as a karaoke room, or we can use this as a theater room. Will be very nice. And this is a very huge basement. So it's not those tiny where you can't do too much. The lift also access all the way to the full 5-story. So we have two multi-purpose hall or multi-purpose room. We can use it as a study room, or we can use it for entertainment room. But at the back here, we do have this nice, I would say, this cozy corner where you can see the pool table is already fixed, and we have a bar counter, ample space around that you can put couch. You invite friends for gathering. Then you have a conference room at the back. The space is there, and one thing good is this developer, when they built it, there is a lot of skylight that will bring down to the basement. That's why you see in this part, you have a nice skylight here. If you can see. And also, if you see based on this part, that's where you can see the skylight. Every part they come with also skylight. So first, let me bring you to the attic. So on the attic itself, there is total 3 bedroom. That is why where we multi-generation, even 3 family, including the folks to stay together. Every family can occupy 1 level. So on the 3rd level, on the attic itself, which is also the 4th level, we have 3 bedroom that can cater for a family of maybe 3 or 2 kids, etc. So you see, this is unblocked view. It's a very nice unblocked gauge view, and we are in the mid of Juchet area. So the convenience is there. We have 24 hours giant. We have a food center just basically nearby. So this is the so-called master bedroom on the 3rd level. Every room, every level, we do have a master bedroom. So that is where we can cater for individual family needs. And all the 13 bedrooms that come with attached bathroom. And all the carpentry work is already up. That's why it will be very easy for the owner just basically move in your luggage, and then you can just move in. So here is the 2nd bedroom for the 3rd level, and the other one is at the back. So you have a nice family area in the center that also can cater, if let's say in the event you want to put a pantry area in this level, or even you want to put a family area for individual families, then this is the rooms. All the rooms are the big size type, not the tiny type, the tiny size. So that's where we really can put in, it will be a very nice usage room for families. Because honestly speaking, when it comes to this type of development, having a 13 bedrooms isn't much available in the market. So I will say that this owner have really specially dedicated a little bit different concept. I myself, honestly speaking, over my years of real estate, I don't really see much property that come in with 30 bedrooms. So this is the 3rd level. On the 3rd level, we have 4 bedrooms. So this is the master for the 3rd level. You have your walk-in wardrobe. So on this 3rd level, this is another bedroom. All the rooms are really huge. It's not those tiny type. But of course, if you find that the rooms are too much, we can do a combination to take down the center wall in order to combine it to become a bigger bedroom. So I also like the idea where the lift is basically built in the center. So let's say, for example, a family of 4 that want to stay together, they have their own privacy where the lift and the center family area divided the 2 part of the rooms, even from single level. That's why you really still cater very nice privacy to the family. Even we only come in with 1 entrance, but yet they have their own private space. So at least, when families stay together, argument lesser lah. So this is the back room. So on this 3rd level, we have 4 bedrooms. Honestly speaking, even for me, sometimes when I show the house, I also lost myself, don't know which level and because really too much room. But this is the unique part of this unit. Then also we come to the 2nd level. 2nd level, this is the master bedroom. Very huge master bedroom that comes with also a balcony. So here we have a balcony. And then our walk-in wardrobe. Big walk-in wardrobe with the attached bathroom. And because it's a detached house, that's why we have 4 sides with natural skylight to bring into the house. So the house is never dark. So this is the other part where we can do a TV console. And then this is your full wardrobes. So the space is really big. On this level, which is the second level, we do have 5 bedrooms. So this may be able to cater for bigger family usage. So this is the other room on the second level. Very big. So in the center, we have another sharing room, which is also not small. Which if you want, we can suggest to take down this wall in order to do glass panels. So you can even bring in more light and can become a second family area. So at the back, we have another 2 more bedrooms. Room size are very big. Sorry, I really have limited timing. That's why I'm going a little bit fast with a big house like this. Then behind will be this. So we are also good that we are sitting at the back. There is no blockage where behind is only a very small apartment, only with 3 units. So we have nice greenery. The space is there. So in the event, even the kids wanted to stay around in the area, it will be a quiet, nice area. So let's back to the first level. So as mentioned, one thing good is about this development itself. When you have multi-generation that want to stay together, yet you are only using one name. So the other families can also consider to use their others' name in order to buy other property for investment. And, folks sometimes also, they love to stay with a multi-generation where they can see their grandchildren and and also their children staying together, the harmony. And this house easily we can accommodate, I would say, of course, not at the moment, but easily we can accommodate more than 100%. And I would say this is a very nice, and I would say it's a reasonable unit to consider. The land size is 7260. The build up is 13,000. Nowadays, even in the East Coast area, if you base on the land's price, is already 1,001 or even higher. So the land cost for this is approximately 8 million. And for a build out of 13,000 itself, in order to build today, easily you need 2 years or 3 years in order to build this big bungalow. And the cost for this bungalow, easy with a basement, easy will cost you 5 million. So for this unit, we are only asking at 12 million, but yet negotiable. It's a very, I would say, convenient area. And we see there is a lot of upgrading in the East Coast area that give you even more potential upside. So this is a nice area that you want to consider. If you really like, I do have a video in YouTube. You can click in, I'm Alex, no spacing. I'm Alex, you will be able to see a full video on that. If you need more information, you can also click into my website, www.alex.sg to find out more. So yeah, I will head back to Charmaine.
Thank you, Alex, so much for sharing. It's a really big house. I really like it. Okay, so next up, before I introduce Paul Teo, so just like to remind you, we are on social media. Please join us in Zoom. And then do stay tuned if you are still here. Please don't leave yet because we will have a panel discussion with PropNex CEO Ismail, PropNex Executive Director Kelvin, and as well as our CEO Bernard. They will be sharing a lot more on the things to look out for when buying a landed home. So I guess, is Paul in yet? Is Paul in?
Yes, I'm in. Can you start my video?
Hi.
Thank you.
Yes, I can see you already. Okay.
Thank you, Shami. Thank you, Alex.
Paul will be sharing more on the next landed property. So I'll pass it to you now, Paul.
Thank you, Shami. And good morning, everyone. Good to have you all here. That was a beautiful house presented by Alex. And of course, with Jeep and Ray's of the landed market overview. Wow, this morning is all about landed, man. How we wish we can buy something this afternoon and just move in tonight. And yes, my name is Paul Teo. I want to share something more about some district, a very interesting district. And I want to share with you this beautiful designer architect, award-winning architect bungalow that I want to share with you in a very nice district where nature lovers, please pay attention. So I'm going to share something with you all right now. I'm going to open up my slide here. Wow, this is such an exciting morning with so many of you so supportive. And yes, I will make my 15 minutes as beneficial as possible for you, other than what you all will learn about this bungalow. But let me move my screen to the right. Let me move myself to the right, Okay, this is my left to the right. Okay, good. Good morning, everyone. So with my best 15 minutes, I'll try my best to share with you all what I want to share with you all today, Artisan Villas. And for those who have heard about this Artisan Villas right now, today, we are launching this brand new collection in the heart of District 23. And where is District 23? You might be realizing, Paul, why from the east? Just now, Alex talked about such huge, majestic bungalow in the east. So right now, why are you moving to the west? There's a reason why. Let me share with you. So, okay, but before that, if you stay with me throughout these next 15 minutes, I will be also answering some questions. This is, okay, did you know, my dear friends, participants, and agents who are listening here, let me ask you a simple quiz and I'll review the answer to you at the end of the 15 minutes. So please stay tuned with me. Okay, whatever you're eating, whatever you're drinking, stay tuned, stay with me. And now we are looking at this bungalow, this landed zoning here. So the question is, okay, you know that you can build terrace in a 2-story mixed landed zone. The question is, number one, can you build a bungalow in a 2-story semi-detached zone? And the second question is, can you build a 3-story house in a 2-story zone? Okay, don't answer in the group chat. Don't answer. Keep your answers ready. At the end of these 15 minutes, I will share with you all the answer. And for those who know the answer, maybe you can PM me. I will buy you a coffee where we can do a one-on-one session if you have more questions about landed or this property. Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Paul. Just a quick introduction about myself. I am very passionate about landed. I don't know why, but I guess over the time, I've seen how my clients from a HDB upgrade to condo upgrade to landed. And that's where my tagline stands very strong. Landed asset progression. Today, everyone has a landed dream. But are you taking steps moving towards your landed dream? And this is what something I stand for. Of course, right now, staying in the landed, it doesn't end there. Okay, I want to continue to help more people move to their dream home of their choice. And of course, in a location that probably you can get to enjoy the privacy, yet the connectivity of your whole family. So, okay, I look at this article recently. I saw this enduring charm of landed homes, where we talk about so many popular districts in Singapore. Wow, we look at, if you can see the screen on top, wow, so many popular districts like District 15, District 19, District 28, and all these are very popular districts. So why, Paul, why am I emphasizing on this district, District 23? Where is District 23? It's more towards the western sector, and it is also more on the hill view side, where you're surrounded by a lot of nature, Bukit Timah, and a lot of greens. But let me share this heat map with you quickly. Why do I choose this location and this unit of choice to present to you in such a short 15 minutes? Okay, if you look at the top chart here, the heat map, it shows that the volume transactions over the whole island has been very demanding. Yellow color means hot. That means a red color. Of course, District 15 and District 19 are always the evergreen popular district, where later on Andy and team will share more about this district as well. But I want you to pay attention to 23. It's orange in color. That means the volume and the transactions are highly sought after. But let me ask you this question. Today, if given a choice in a popular district where the demand is high, yet right now, if you look at the bottom, the price is still attractive, would you want to consider an area where the demand is hot and the price is still attractive? Stay tuned with me. Where we are talking about this property is in the heart of the Hillview area. It's near the Bukit Batok Town Park, where Xiao Guilin Inn, and there's a lot of nature park. Everywhere you walk, you can smell the fresh oxygen given by the park. And this location here is along Jalan Damauan on the hilltop itself. The location-wise, many people ask me, okay, or on the hilltop, Paul, you know, that means I have to walk very far to the public transport, is it? No. Okay, look at this. Okay, personally, I have walked from this unit itself down to the bus stop, where it's only take a short 4 minutes walk to the bus stop, where it can bring you to the neighboring amenities. And of course, if you want to take a slow walk along another 6 minutes to Hill V2, where Hill V2 you have ample bistros, eateries, dining, and who would not love a walk down landed enclaves and along a very private area where you can just enjoy the fresh air? Because today is this. If you enjoy a slow, nice walk along a quiet, landed, private estate, would you love that walk rather than across, a busy and bustling streets? of Singapore, where sometimes we just want to go home and take a break home away from home. And this is the kind of balanced environment, okay, that you want to really put yourself here for your whole multi-generation family. So, of course, the neighboring proximity, I just want to touch on the Hill V2, the Rail Mall, and the community club that is around here. And of course, there are good schools that are all within the proximity. And this is where we are. The project itself, Artisan Villas. And why do we name it Artisan Villas? What is this villas about, Paul? What are you sharing? So let me share with you more. Okay, before I go further, I want to show with you this, because the whole experience is that nature lovers, they get to have all the parks around here. And I'm talking about this western sector where there is a lot of massive transformation in this western region. And yet the population per area is one of the most less dense. Let me ask you all this question, my dear friends. Okay, maybe you can type in the group chat. Do you want to stay in an area, especially landed, when they are surrounded with a lot of people? Or do you want to be in an area where you have less people around and you get to enjoy more privacy? So let me know whether you want to stay in a more populated area or less populated area. You can key in the group chat is more or less, especially when it comes to owning and staying in your landed home. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to type in the group chat as well, the Q&A. And of course, stay tuned also later on. Our KEO Isma will be sharing with you more information to answer all your landed queries and burning questions that you have. So I want to talk a little bit about this developer. These developers, okay, I've known them for a couple of years as well. Okay, so what is happening to this developer is that they always envision, they themselves stay in landed, they have built numerous landed projects. Their vision is very simple. Today, we stay in the landed home. Okay, because of growing needs, growing family, we wanted to have more space. Agree? So being the family as the team itself, as the inspiration to have more space. But sometimes when we have more space, we realize our children tend to want their own space and we lose the connectivity of the family. So with the design as well, hold on, let me just plug in something here. Give me a quick second. And with the connectivity over here, when we have our own rooms, okay, I remember one of our good friends used to share this, okay, one of our good friends shared this. Oh, how you bring the children from the landed house, if they go into their own rooms, ask them to come together for dinner, you just switch off their Wi-Fi, then they all come to the living area. Okay, that being in mind, the thing that we have in mind, this developer's vision, very simple. We wanted to create an experience of space. At the same time, the connectivity of the family is still united. And that is where when they design, when they got award-winning architect, Formworks, to come in and design, okay, the agenda is that they gave the architect to create spaces that allow people to connect to one another. And hence, there's a linearity of spaces that flow seamlessly from this design, from the living to dining, and especially where the island dining is later on, I'll share with you the huge living spaces. That's where the connectivity is always there. And not to mention that, okay, I don't want to talk too much about house. I'm coming into the house to show you the artist impression itself. Okay, with that, the award-winning architect Formworks has been one of our proud partners, and we have always been working very closely with them. Despite their award-winning projects and so busy schedule, they are committed to deliver one of the best brand new homes, Artisan Villas, for us to showcase. And here we go. This is Artisan Villas, a combination of 2 semi-D and 1 majestic bungalow, privately tucked at the end. And if you see the front here, it is by a pair of very beautiful glass semi-D, where you can see that it's nicely elevated on the hilltop itself. So you look at, let's zoom in at the bungalow itself. You take a look at this bungalow that comes with a very nice pool view. And if you look at it and wonder, why is this pair? It's like a pair. So is it a pair or is it a huge bungalow? The conventional design of bungalow is like you have a huge, big block itself. And that's where Formworks came with the idea, the breaking of forms, to break it into something that is not conventional, but at the same time, a design that is timeless. Okay, first, now we will go into the unit itself. If you look at the land size in the blue color, this is the land size where we will be driving in from the driveway itself all the way to the land plot, which is highlighted in blue. And if you look at this area here, highlighted in blue, that's where the basement is. It's on the hilltop, but it's a basement in. You drive in, and that's where you can park up to 4, even 5 cars or even more along the driveway itself to provide you the convenience of having your guests all the way coming home. And even on the outside itself, the Jalan Dermawan estate, the area here, I've done it before. There are many cars that you can park. But of course, right now, the pandemic, we just try to be sensitive. Not so many visitors here. And if you look at the green area here, that's where the landscaping is. The blue color highlighted where the swimming pool, refreshing swimming pool will be in front. The red living spaces, the light pink color bedroom 1 on level 1, and a wet kitchen that you can have your proper enclosed cooking at the yellow highlighted sector. So as to share with you more on the level 2, you'll be realized that there is a void in the between. That's where the double volume experience is from the living area, where you maintain the connectivity from the rooms to your living. Pink color as the huge majestic master room, yellow color with 2 bedrooms that is fully en suite. Okay, for those who want more fun details of the floor plan, you can always PM me so that I can send you all this floor plan. And you look at the top floor area, where the highlight is the view of the terraces that looks out into the elevated Hillview estate, and your 4-bedroom and suite resides on the top floor. And you notice that the void that is still there, that remains the connectivity among level 2 to 3 and level 2 to 1. So this is a very nicely connected unit that your bungalow, you never feel alone. At the same time, loudspeaker announcement, get all the children down. Yes, of course, definitely. Very interesting, right? So today I'll show you this artist impression. Take a look and enjoy the feel of it. With an 8-meter tall ceiling height, can you imagine that you always have this pool view anytime, anywhere of the house? Can you imagine this? Your master room with this double volume experience that you truly deserve. Okay, and of course, we are using quality fittings in terms of the kitchenware and also the enclosed kitchen as well. All these quality fitting, Bosch and Gaggenau, we are using appliances that are already fully fitted for you. So in terms of moving wise, you are already assured that the quality fittings are being carefully, tastefully chosen by the architect itself to make sure that the themes remain as a village concept where everybody can stay close, come together. At the same time, you have the privacy of space within your own compound. Okay, current progress right now, we are very advanced in terms of the progress, but due to the COVID delay, we still managed to get very good response in terms of the workmanship and the workers on the ground. So you rest assured, whatever we are seeing right now, the progress is already on schedule, and you might be lucky. We will be expecting TOP for those who are looking to move in, buy something brand new this year and move in by next year. Yes, this is a bungalow design that you can possibly be looking forward to. Okay, with that, one of the units have already been reserved, so we still have 2 units available. Of course, I want to put your emphasis on 78B, B for best, B for bravo, the detached unit that comes with more than 9,000 square feet of build for you to enjoy. Okay, of course, the price today, if you're looking and thinking, Paul, is this going to be like 1,000, 1,800, 1,900 per square foot for these kind of launches again? No. In terms of the per square foot, we are launching it even merely at about 1,600 plus per square foot for freehold in this district. Yes, you heard me right, freehold. And for those who are keen to know more about this development, something brand new, and you look forward to stay in an area where you love nature and smell the fresh oxygen given by the nature every morning. And not to mention that you have a view that awaits you on the top floor of your master room every morning you awake. Stay tuned. I can be contactable by a Zoom presentation. You can go also on site where you can visit the place itself. I'll be there to show you and greet you, of course, 2 packs. And otherwise, I can always bring you down to the developer's home itself. You can take a look at their own house, their own workmanship that they have done, because they themselves, they are landed lovers. And the reason why one of them is reserved is because they are looking to keep this unique collection designed by award-winning formworks as one of their prized possession. All right, with that, okay, I'll end my webinar, Chun on time. And by the way, just want to answer did you know, yes, you can actually build a bungalow in a 2-story semi-D zone. And at the same time, yes, you can build up to 3-story in a 2-story zone. And the answer is very simple, because if you have a basement and your ground is elevated, you can always bring it up. Of course, the new envelope design is based on 12 meters for 2.5 stories, 2-story design, and 15.5 for 3-story design. All right. Who is the developer? Yes, it's a local developer. They have numerous projects in building landed. I'll share with you more when you PM me in person, and I'll send you the brochure. With that, my time is up, but I love every second and every time that I'm given an opportunity to share something exciting with you all. So I always like to share these things, okay? How I wish I bought a landed 20 years ago. But if today we can say that, I think it is time that we tell ourselves the next best time is now. Okay, with that, Andy, want to take over? Shermi, want to take over? Good morning to your Sunday, and I will see you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Paul himself is staying in a landed at D23 as well, and he's a nature lover, so you can see it in his work as well. So next up, we will be inviting Andy Chang. Hi, Andy. Good morning.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Andy. Oh my God. So Andy is the IC for landed in PropNex, right?
Yeah, Joe, I have a landed team in PropNex as well, which I'm the IC of the PNG Landed Excellence. Yes.
Okay. So I'll leave the next segment to you. So you can.
All right. And thank you very much, Shamin. Hi, everyone. A very good morning. So just a short introduction about myself. So besides being an IC for one of the landed team in PropNex, I'm also one of the trainer in PropNex for the landed segment as well. And of course, this one of the landed transactor, top 5 landed transactor in PropNex over the years. So very grateful to all my clients and friends and all my co-broke agents for giving me the support, right? So today, I'm very excited to share this semi-detached. It's a brand new house located in the east as well, right? I think this house is fantastic. Why? Because I believe there's a lot of homeowners probably looking in the east, but they want to be close to the train station. They want to be near the amenities and where all these daily needs are within the convenient walking distance. All right, so I will do my share screen on this interesting house. Just give me a moment. Right. Okay, so this is a semi-detached house located in District 14. All right, so besides this location in the east, where a lot of home buyers are actually looking at District 15 and 16, District 14 is also one of the very sought after area. Why I say that? Because it provides a lot of convenience. So for this house particularly, it has a land size of 3,194 square feet with a built-up estimated about 7,344 square feet. It's a 3.5-story house, fully built up. It comes with 5 bedrooms and a helper's room as well. And of course, it's a 3.5-story, and of course, this house will comes with a lift, right? So you can see from these beautiful pictures here, we have a very nice courtyard area with alfresco dining. I have this huge balcony on the 2nd level and a very good sized room. All right. So before I go into showing you guys the video slide of this house, let's have some understanding of the location. All right. So for this land plot, you can see that the dimension of this land size is estimated about 9 meters for the frontage, right? 9 meters in terms of the frontage. And the next thing that you can see that the length is actually 34 meters, and the other side will be 31 meters, which is a very, very good length, right? So the whole piece of land you can see from here is actually very, very regular in terms of the shape. All right, there's no odd shape. There's no like very hexagon kind of angles area. Very regular piece of land, right? So the next thing is the location. Yes, so this location, I believe everybody knows pretty well. If you are staying the east side, you probably will have visited the marketplace next to Eunos MRT station. Right, so the location that you can see from here, we are actually located right here at number 16 Lorong Saleh. All right, number 16 Lorong Saleh. And this location, you can see that we have the amenities is actually located here. You can see there's a marketplace here, and there's a lot of all these shops around. All right, there's a lot of all these shops around, and of course a train station. And this house, I believe it suits almost every family. Why? Because even for an upgrader who are presently staying in the HDB or condominium, who is looking for a bigger house in the east, and of course those family with elderly parents or young children who are very concerned about the location, very concerned about the public transport, this will be a fantastic location, because a lot of time, like what other speakers have shared, most of the landed housing will be very deep inside the estate. So probably you need to take a longer walk out to the public transport. For this house, in terms of the distance-wise, we are estimated about 10 minutes walk to the MRT station. And of course, to the marketplace, as you can see from here, Eunos Crescent Market, we are actually about 7 minutes walk just across the road, right? So, I mean, if you were to cut through, this is based on the Google Map indication. But if we were to take this cut through of this HDB estate, just right over here, the distance will be probably much shorter, right? Will be much shorter. So in terms of location-wise, this will be the introduction of the location. So if you have any other question about location, can always PM me later on, right? So of course, for schools-wise, it's also very important, especially for those who are having young kids looking for primary school. We have some community school, and of course, we also have very good schools as well, like the Mahabodhi School, right? And I think this school is also within the top 30 primary school in Singapore, which is within the 1 kilometer radius, right? 1 kilometer radius. And of course, the next one will be the Lokura Primary School. So these three schools are within the 1 click. I think after the announcement from the government, right? Everybody will be more focusing on the schools within the 1 kilometer radius, right? So of course, we have other schools around the vicinity as well within the 2 kilometer radius. If your kids are already in the school and you want something that is within a very convenient location with the public transport, this is something that you can consider as well. All right. So of course, District 14, how is the performance? When we look into the landed market, right, as what the rest of speakers, some of the earlier on the radio and Jeep has shared, Alex has shared, movement of landed housing is very, very important, because if we were to base on the district, then how is the performance for the individual category, individual title of the house? So as you can see from here, before we talk about, I mean, those popular area like 15, 16, 14 is also another popular area. Just that a lot of people who are looking at it, most of the time they will be looking at 15, 16 first. But for 14, this is the performance of the semi-detached. So you can see that the performance of the semi-detached house since year 2000, I would say 2006, the property pricing and the volume has actually increased. All right. I mean, this is an average indication. All right. It's an average indication. It's a good mix of some of this resale as well. All right. So although today we are talking about the brand new houses, but is it very important is it very important that to know the resale movement? Because end of the day, when we move into the house and when you resale the place again, it becomes resale property, right? So eventually it's very important for you to understand how is the market movement for the semi-detached. If today you were to buy a semi-detached in District 14, all right? So this is the indication of the movement that you can see that is continuously growing. And of course, for limitation, due to the limitation of the brand new houses in District 14, especially for the semi-detached, the demand next year, I believe, will be also increasing as well. And pricing, I believe, will also be achieving new heights as well. So if I think you are looking for a house in District 14 today, this is something you really can consider. All right. So this will be the introduction of the house, of the location. All right. So let's watch the video tour, which I have actually recorded. Will not be on Matterport, but a video tour that will just bring you guys around. Yeah. So just give me a moment for me to share the video. Just give me a moment, guys. I think I just accidentally closed the video. Oops. Did it went to? All right. Okay, I got it. All right. So this is the short run through of the video tour of this brand new semi-detached house located in District 14, number 16, Lorong Saleh. Okay. So the house that you see, the house that you can see here, this one, the one in white and greenish color, this is the house. All right, so if you notice, right, this house, the neighbors, the two side neighbors has already fully built up to 3.5 story as well. So in terms of this renovation work or A&A reconstruction, I believe you will have a peace of mind that the neighbors are already built up, but we will not have all these concern in any time in near future, right? So this will be a tour on the house, and this is a front view. All right, number 16. As I mentioned, we have 9 meters frontage, so you can easily park comfortably 2 cars in the house as well. All right, so this is the car porch area. And if you notice, there's a walkway at the side with some steps. That is actually towards the courtyard area. Why? Because a lot of brand new houses for buyers are probably like you have seen quite a number of brand new houses. Do you notice that actually for brand new houses, right, the greenery area is very limited, or probably you don't see any green. So this house actually cater a lot of greenery in the middle of the house where all the families can actually enjoy and entertain when you have friends or guests visiting your place. And this is the front yard area. I will run through a little bit faster because I only have 4 minutes. So this is the front view. And this is a small little steps up, all right, to the living area. Okay, so and this is the view of the living and dining. So if you notice, right, this spacious living and dining, right, caters a lot of livable, usable space for your family. Because of the width of the land after the setback area, we are able to cater a lot of enjoyment, usable space within the first level. Right, so you can see the ceiling height is also pretty high. And how high is it? It's actually 3.65 meter in height. Right, so very good distance away from the TV where the sofa is located, and of course, very good distance away from the dining hall as well. For this house, it's very interesting. Why? Because we actually have indoor dining and outdoor dining at the same time. Right, so this is from another angle view. So from here, we can see the stairs and a very nice walkway, outdoor car park area. This is a courtyard area. You can see the green over there, right? And the material that they use is actually marble flooring, and windows, doors are all using Fascina. They are heat resistant as well as soundproof, right? As well as soundproof. So this is the beautiful courtyard area. There you can see all the nice, beautiful green. And most importantly is that you're not just having the green, but also at the same time enjoying the alfresco dining area right in front of the kitchen, right? So it can fit up to 6, 8, even 10 packs dining set, outdoor dining set there, where you can enjoy your family time, your gathering with your friends, where we're allowed to do so. So those who want to stay in the aircon room can be in there. Those who want to stay outside can be at the alfresco dining. And this is a very nice, comfortable walkway. If you notice, there's all these doors that actually bring in all the natural lighting and very nice breeze to the house. The air circulation is fantastic because of all the windows. And this kitchen area here is very, very spacious, where in the middle of the kitchen, you can actually place an island. That means you do not need to have a fixed island. You can have a movable island as well. All right, so the fridge area, cooking area, preparation area, washing area is all very nicely catered for this house. All right, and here we go. We turn and we get to see this alfresco dining and a very nice, beautiful, bright, airy walkway towards the kitchen. Of course, by the side will be the powder room. And then now we are the backyard. I didn't take the shot because it's actually the back where you can do all the laundry. But now let's go up to have a look at the second story. right? We are going up to the second floor right now. And this is steps up, and here we go, the second story. And as I mentioned, this house comes with a lift, and it's hydraulic lift. So this second story, you can notice that we have a full stretch of windows here as well, so bring a lot of air circulation towards the stairway area. And for this second story, we actually have 2 bedrooms, and I will take this story as the main adults level. Why? Because we don't have a granny's room, so granny elderly parents can actually come up to this level and enjoy the space and the brightness, good airflow for their bedrooms. And you can see that the space is fantastic. Why? Because we have catered the space here for the wardrobe and a very good space here for a queen or king size bed. And all the rooms here are fully en suites. All the 5 bedrooms are fully en suites, right? And this is the back view of this room. It's fully, I wouldn't say fully, but it's very much unblocked. And we have dual side windows, the front and the back. So there will be cross ventilation for the room. And this is now towards the master bedroom. All right, so your parents' room and your room can be on the same level, where the children will be on the upper level. And this is a very nice, beautiful, and I would say spacious master bedroom. And this is the front view. It's also partially, I would say almost also unblocked. All right, so your bed area and this sofa area here that you can see actually is the space for your wardrobe. Why didn't we build in the wardrobe? Is because wardrobe are very subjective in terms of the design concept. All right, the height as well. So we leave it for the next buyer to actually build their preferred design wardrobe space, yeah, for the family. So we will be going up to the 3rd story now. And 3rd story is very interesting. Why? Because we have a family area right at the end, and we have a balcony, which is common use, and of course attached together with the other common bedroom as well. And I will take this level as children's level. Right? Because why? Because you have a family area where you can actually walk up to this level and enjoy some family bonding time together with your children. All right, so this is also an envelope concept house, which is the URA latest design. This is one of the common bedroom, but this comes with a balcony. All right, so the balcony, we instead of putting on the attic, we actually put it on the 3rd story. All right, and of course en suites as well. This is where the family area is, and you can see very comfortable size room, and similarly it's en suites. And this room comes with a balcony, which is commonly used within the family as well. All right, so a nice family area, very cozy, and of course you get to enjoy your family time or chit-chatting with your children or any of your family members on the same level. All right, so of course your children also get to enjoy their privacy as well, right? When they have their own rooms, and you notice the rooms are all far apart from each other, right? So over here you notice this stairway. Why I want to emphasize on this stairway? Because this stairway, it doesn't go around the house. So you see there's nice landing area, and then you come up to the attic level. And of course, there will be all the glass panel and skylight that brings in the natural light to the stairway. And the last 2 rooms that we're going to see from here will also be the children's room in case you have big family. All right, and this room caters a lot of convenience. So you can see the very beautiful view, beautiful sky. Nighttime, you can see very nice sky as well with stars on in the sky. And of course, this provides also a good privacy for individual bedrooms because we are not next to each other. If you notice that this house, the bedrooms are all located opposite each other. So enjoy a very good distance and privacy for each other. Yeah. So this is the tour of the whole entire house. All right. And if you have any questions regards to this house, all right, you can reach out to me. I will send in my number into the chat, as well as my website, where I have even more landed properties that I can share with all of you. All right, so
Thank
I'm
you.
done and end my session here. Thanks, Charmaine. I'll pass it back to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and sharing today. Okay, so now we will be inviting the next speaker. So she's also the rose among the thorns, other than myself. So this is Rosabelle. Rosabelle will be sharing with us the second last property of the day before we go into the panel discussion with the CEOs and executive directors. So Rosabelle, are you ready? Good.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, EdgeProp. That's inviting. Feel appreciate. Okay, today we'll be showing a brand new corner terrace in Serangoon Gardens, Minis Walk to Chom Chom, Food Center, My Village and Market. We'll be showing through a video. Just give me a moment.
Hi everyone, I'm Rosabelle here. Welcome to High Road. It's a brand new corner terrace, land size of 2,007 square feet, built up area of 4,006 square feet. It's a triple nice years at District 19 in Serangoon Garden. It comes with a 5-bedroom, 1 guest room and 1 helper room. So for the car park area, easily can fit 2 cars. Let's go into the house. At this living area here, can fit 8 to 10 sofa seats, and it comes with a marble flooring, floor to ceiling height 3.1 meter. Come, let's go to the dining area. Dining area here easily can fit 8 to 10 seater. For the dry kitchen, it comes with built-in cabinet and induction. For this house, it comes with a home lift that travels all levels. For granny room or guest room, here can fit a super single bed. And this part, this area can build your wardrobe. We are here in the wet kitchens. It comes with a built-in cabinet and comes with a helper room. At level 2, it consists 2 bedrooms, 1 master room, 2 junior master. So on my left is a master room. Come, let's go. For the master room, it comes with a walk-in wardrobe space. And here, you can see the size. Very spacious. 2 king-size beds that can fit in. Not only that, you can look at the balcony area. Beautiful scenery. For the master bathroom, it comes with a his and her sink and the bathtub. Here is a junior master. For junior master, the size is very huge also, that you can fit 2 king-size beds, no issue. And here, with a built-in wardrobe space, and come with an ensuite. Let's go to the 3rd level, attic floor. On attic floor consists 3 bedrooms. Let's go to look at 1st bedroom. For this bedroom, can easily fit a king-size bed. Also comes with a roof terrace and with a jet and gel bathroom. Here we go. A 2nd bedroom. This bedroom can be a study area, office area, entertainment area. The 3rd bedroom. The 3rd bedroom also very spacious. King-size bed can fit in. And not only that, there's a provision for your wardrobe and comes with an ensuite bathroom. Thanks everyone for watching. Stay safe.
Hi, Rosabelle.
Yeah, hi. Thank you. Yeah. If anyone interested of this house would like to build a house, and give me a call at 8800-3336. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Rose. Thank you so much for your time. She
Thank
actually
you.
took a lot of effort to do the video. She actually had to redo after some of the sound wasn't doing well. So thank you so much, Rose. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, so next one, we will be having another speaker. So I guess without introducing, probably if you are looking at YouTube videos about property videos, especially, you probably know him. So without further ado, let's welcome Melvin Lim. Hi, Melvin.
Hey, hi, Shamay. Hey, good to be here. Thanks, EdgeProp and PropNex. Yeah, happy to be on this landed event.
Okay, so I'll leave it to you to share with us on today's property.
Sure. All right, great. So, good afternoon, everybody. So we just past 12 p.m. Very happy to be here. My name is Melvin Lim. I'm with PropNex Realty, also heading the Property Lim Brothers team. So today we are going to share with you guys on this place in Detached place. And I think a lot of people already know where is this locale located. So in D15, very interesting location. So what I'm going to do for my 15 minutes today is to just toggle around a couple of screens and then let everybody just walk through the house together with us. So this is the place, as you can see from the video, is a 3-story home. It's a corner terrace status freehold. And if you guys have always been frequenting D15, let me show you the location. So this is a street called Detached Place, and a lot of people love D15 because D15 landed properties are definitely one of the pinnacle and one of the most popular zonings in Singapore. In fact, D15 was awarded like the second most popular district for many years. And if you've eaten this very famous wonton noodle called Fei Fei Wonton Mian, this is along the same road. Of course, a lot of people are also looking out for the Marine Parade as well as the Marine Terrace MRT station on Thomson East Coast Line. And this is something that is going to be very exciting as well. So coming back to the video. Sorry, can you guys hear? Okay, great. So coming back to the video, this is a land size of 2764 square feet. And then in terms of build up, okay, let me just play it. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Just give me a second. Okay. Yeah, build is about 3845. So the corner terrace was just A&A just in 2018. Owners spent close to about $800,000 to complete the A&A together with the fittings and fixtures. So as you can see, Detached is also in a very interesting locale because it's almost right in the middle of the D15 strip. And when you come to Detached, this is like the avant-garde of today's modern Singapore, because in the past, this was like the place with a lot of heritage and a lot of Peranakan influences. A lot of people that love to live here, they also love the good food that is located here, plus the connectivity to all parts of Singapore. I want to bring you to this part. This is the view of the place that in the event if you do buy this corner terrace, you're going to have a look at this Busida tree every day. So very beautiful tree that is being constructed by our clients. They have already remodeled the gate to be having this provision that you can easily just park 2 cars without shifting your car. So that's the beauty of course, having a corner terrace with a very good frontage of 9.1 meters. The depth is 28 meters. So currently for this entire locale, you can go up to 3.5. It's already at 3 meters. It's already at 3-story. Currently, there's 5 huge bedrooms. They're all en suite, total of 7 bathrooms, and that's not including, of course, the granny room right at the level 1 itself. So as you come in, what our clients have actually conceptualized during the A&A phase was that they tried to imagine if they were to live in this place, what is going to be the daily functionalities as well as a mix of modern luxury design. So as you can see, the home is being designed in a fashion that is done with very modern and vibrant colors. This is a very famous old world blue that has been one of the most famous colors in the year 2020, 2021, and it's a teal kind of design. And in terms of color palette tonality, is beautifully done with different splashes, not too bold, but at the same time, it gives a very luxury feel. So they also have pumped in a lot of luxury fittings as well. So when you buy over this home, this corner terrace, what you will notice is that there's a lot of small little intricacies that has been done from the living point of view, and not just from the car porch where you can easily park 2 cars. You will notice that the key design is to bring a lot of brightness into the home. And facing wise is beautiful. I would say that this corner terrace plot is in the plot that is really like a single loading fashion. I'll just skip in and bring you to level 2 to show you what do I mean by single loading. Because as we head to the back of the house, you'll notice that right behind your home, this is like an empty plot. there's no landed property directly behind your home. And this is a very important key feature when you're hunting for a landed property, because predominantly when you hunt for a landed property, it is very common for another row of landed home right behind you. You'll be facing towards the bedrooms of your neighbor. You'll be facing towards the kitchen and the backyard of the neighbor. But this beautiful corner terrace plot gives you that kind of single loading fashion. And this is something that really sometimes money cannot buy, because if you want to buy land plot location, this is very rare. And right at the front of the house, if you go to level 3, you will notice that you are seeing this very beautiful row of Peranakan houses right in front of you. So this is also a very rare sight, because usually we'll see our next row of landed property neighbors right in front of us. So something that is rare in terms of plot size to take note. And of course, ceiling height is one of the key things that our clients have designed. Floating design for carpentry work, a lot of hanging suspended carpentry, and open concept flow up to the dry kitchen area, but you still have a sliding panel door the moment you enter into the wet kitchen. Something also to note is that on my right-hand side, at the corner side, because it's 9.1 meters, you have a provision at the side. Our clients didn't build a pool because of functionality. They want to have really like a side garden kind of concept, easy to walk at the side. And they have really designed small little things. Like, for example, if you want to change your gas cylinder, basically the service crew, they do not have to walk into your home. They can just change the gas cylinder right outside at the sidewalk area. So let me just show you. I'll bring you downstairs. So let's go to level 1. Oh, okay, where's level 1? Okay, wait. Okay, right. Okay, so let me just bring you out. Yeah, so they designed the gas cylinder area right at this direction. So as you can see, you can just change the gas cylinder here. The exhaust of the wet kitchen is also being expelled to the side as well. So these are really things that sometimes when we design homes, we want all these like small little features to be taken note of. So there's a sliding panel here, so you can close up when you do very heavy cooking. Also notice the provision of the windows plus the back door as well. So there's a lot of brightness even coming into the kitchen space. This is the Granny's room at level 1, also comes with an ensuite. So when they did the full on A&A, everything has been remodeled. You're buying something that is really like just 3 years old, and you don't really have to do a single thing. So let me just fast forward up to level 2 for you. So as we head upstairs, you have 3 bedrooms on level 2. Rooms are all huge in size. Let me just bring out the floor plan for you in the meantime. So level 1, we just came out of here, and 2 cars, living, dining, dry, wet kitchen. By the way, all the hinges of dry and wet kitchens, they are all bloom grade, so you don't have to worry about so-called the durability of it. Let me just come back to the floor plan for you a little bit. Okay, great. So as we head up to level 2, oh, sorry. Okay. Let me just load this. Okay, great. So as we head up to level 2, let me just bring you to the floor plan. So level 2, 3 bedrooms, they're all ensuite. Now, the beauty of course, having a corner terrace is that you don't really have to worry about the brightness coming into this center void zone. So usually for inter-terraces, a lot of families, they will construct this area to be like a family area. They will use the skylight to bring in light here. So this corner terrace, they have a skylight right on top of the stairwell. Entire stairwell is extremely lit up, is beautiful. And the beauty, of course, having the corner terrace is that you can construct a bedroom at the side. In the middle, you still can have a bathroom with windows right at this corner as well. So all the rooms are extremely huge in size. If you want to utilize the room at the back to be your master, it can be done. But for this home, the master is located right on level 3 and is beautifully done. So later as we head upwards, you realize that it's so beautifully done as we head up. So all the bathrooms, fantastic. You don't have to do a single thing. Something about the landed market, of course, I think you have seen a lot of our sharing from our teammates at the start of the webinar is that construction cost is also going upwards. So when you have to spend time in terms of like 1.5 to 2 years to speak with an architect, builder, contractor, monitor the progress, this home is very suitable if you just want like a hassle-free process. You want to move in straight on with your family, let your kids enjoy the home, you want to focus on a career, don't want to spend that time to rebuild your own home, this is fantastic, very suitable. It's just 3 years old. And this part is also the side of the home. The side of the home is also beautiful because there's like a kind of like a strip of open space at the side that is that doesn't give you that kind of congested feeling. So I want to bring your attention to this part where we talk a little bit about pricing. This home is asking for 5.2 million. So the land size is about 2,700 plus. Build is already 3.8. It's almost close to a very maxed up range that is very comfortable for a lot of families. So we want to look at what are some of so-called like the pricing movement of let's say 2 different categories. And I'm just going to sum it up for you at this chart here. So inter-terraces, of course, if we are talking about D15, compared to 2020, the price performance has been so good for landed properties. And if you're really looking to park your funds in a space that allows your family enormous amount of space, 5-6 bedrooms, and really park in an asset type in the property segment with a very strong holding and as a safe haven for gradual growth, landed segment is definitely one of the key segments. If we look at inter-terraces, if you want to rebuild, now, just old land itself is already looking close to about 3.5 million. And based on construction costs, we're looking anywhere from 350 to 450. And of course, if you go for brand new type, some of the brand new inter-terraces that I just looked at today is already close to about $4.5 to $4.8 million. If I were to move 1 tier upwards to the corner terrace range, anything that you want to buy for rebuild, you have to spend at least 4 to 4.3 million for rebuild to tear down and reconstruct. 4.5 to 4, maybe 4.8 million, fully renovated, 5-out range, brand new, already 5.8 to 6 mil. And this home will fall into the category of this range because although it's not a fully brand new built home, but it has just completed A&A just about 3 years back. So you are buying something at 5.2 million range, which is a very decent entry without having to do anything. And sometimes when we do rebuild, we do have to factor in the rental costs that you might be incurring outside for the next 2 years. All right, so let me just come to level 3 for you, and then let you show a little bit. So this is the front room that we have been talking about. This bedroom facing towards the front. The front is north-west, very tilt angle. You don't get direct afternoon sun from the side. And the back is southeast, so fantastic facing. And then the master room is definitely the highlight because you have a back balcony, extremely huge, 2 sets of wardrobes, about 10 panels. And the ceiling height is also fantastic. It's about 3 to 3.2 meters and fantastically spacious. And then as you move towards the ensuite, you'll realize that the ensuite has been one of the key features that our owners have put in a lot of time to design. You even have a skylight that's shining on top of your shower area. And this is really very, very beautifully done because the amount of intricacies like the wall tiles, flooring, these are all done with a lot of quality built in totality. So last but not least, if you notice, there are also no pillars within the middle of the home. It's done in a fashion whereby, let me just bring you to level 1. I think one of the most important things is that you want to have very pillar-like kind of fashion. So if you notice, starting from the car porch area, the pillars are all nicely designed to tuck to the side, to the back, so you can easily park 2 cars as you head in. No pillars within. And a lot of open space for entertainment, a lot of brightness. So if you want to have a look at this home in detail, you can just head on to YouTube, just key in Juchat Place. You should be able to find this property on YouTube very easily. And thanks for staying tuned with us. And once again, my name is Melvin. Thanks, Shamay. I hand back to you.
Thank you, Melvin. Thank you so much for your time today. Okay, so I will be sharing my screen now. I do want to have this time to share with y'all on a few things. So I hope y'all can see my screen now. Hang on. Okay, so please follow us. There is a few things that we like to share with you. Please get ready your phone, or otherwise I will be sharing with you on the chat on all the links that is mentioned here. Okay, so we will be having a special edition this coming Friday for our news. So we will be sharing on all the landed properties and also the market currently. So every Friday we will have this issue. So I will be putting it into the chat later. Okay, maybe I send it now first. Hang on. Okay, so do join us. You just click the link and then you'll be brought to the landing page itself. And then also do subscribe our YouTube channel to get this talk today. So this webinar will be uploaded by today into your social media as well as YouTube. And last but not least, do join our Telegram chat. Every day we will be sending out the top news so that you will be keep up to date in the property sector. So that's all from me. And let me stop share. Okay, so we'll be inviting the 3 pillar. So let me introduce the CEO of PropNex Realty, Mr. Ismail Gafur, and then also Executive Director of PropNex Realty, Kelvin Fong, and also Bernard Tong, CEO of EdgeProp, for the panel discussion on today. And then, are you all here? Is everyone good?
Yes, Shami, I'm here already.
Hi,
good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes,
hello.
Hi. I think we short of
Can
1%.
see my video or not? Cannot see, right? Hang on. Something.
Is someone's doing the spotlight for us so that we can see?
Someone please help. Are we missing Mr.
Hello? Yeah. I'm trying to on the camera.
This is a first world problem. Okay, so we will be discussing today on what to watch out for in terms of investing in landed properties. So, yes. Hi, Bernard.
Okay, hello. Hi. Sorry.
Hello. So
hi, Kelvin. Hi, Ismail.
Hi. Good afternoon to everyone. So exciting.
Good afternoon.
We'll leave it to you now.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Shami. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our panel discussion. So I'm Bernard, I'm the CEO of EdgeProp, and I will be moderating this session. So joining me today on the panel is Mohammad Ismail Gafur, the CEO of PropNex, the largest real estate agency in Singapore, and also Kelvin Fong, the Executive Director at PropNex. So for those of y'all who are joining us today, I hope you all have had your lunch. So if not, this shouldn't take too long. It's another 30-35 minutes or so. Now, before I get into the questions, we have a few questions to answer. But let me just share some slides with you. Sorry, there's a connection problem. Is it? Hold on. Cannot see, right? Can see.
Cannot, Bernard, but no worries.
Can hear my voice, right? I think can hear my voice already.
Yes, Bernard. Bernard can hear your voice clearly. No worries, because Kelvin also got some slides which are quite similar to the slides that you...
Oh, okay.
So we can read along. You can ask the questions, and we will do our level best in the next 30 minutes to be meaningful. Yeah.
Okay. So let me just start.
You there, Bernard?
Yep. Hang on. Sorry.
He's very stressed now because the Wi-Fi not working.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
Can y'all see the slide I'm going to present?
I can see your screen now.
Can see, is it? Okay.
Just waiting for your slides to come out.
Okay, how about now? Can you see?
No. We still cannot see your screen yet in terms of your slides.
Hold on.
I guess you need to...
Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I think no worries at all.
Let me just come back in. Give me 1 minute. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So Bernard, you mean you want to exit and come in or what?
No. I'll just stop sharing. I think we just get to the questions lah. I'm sorry.
Sure, no worries.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, let's just get to the questions. So I think one of the questions that I think Ray also previously mentioned and Jip also have shared about Strata landed. We have seen that the price performance for landed properties has gone up quite a bit lah over the last couple of years, especially since COVID began. So I guess in your view, in your respective view, what is driving this performance? Is it just COVID? Is it interest rates? Are there something else that is driving the performance of landed properties?
Okay, I think...
start with Ismail. Yeah.
Good. Thanks, Bernard. What I will do here is this. I think, Calvin, maybe if you can share the slides, it would be good. We can take as a reference point for the rest of them to also have a good understanding. You know, landed property is definitely really very, very well sought after because these are limited in numbers in Singapore. And for some people, the minute you own a landed property means you actually, I won't use the word you have arrived, that's not the right word, but you have actually gone into the right direction as far as owning an asset that has got a lot more upside moving forward. That's the way I look at it. And if you look at in terms of the price index over the time, even before COVID, maybe if Calvin, you can show the landed home price index. Yeah. From here, you could see that it is not COVID that in particular brought the price hugely. Even before, when you look at 2018 and 19, right on top, 2018, the landed property price index went up by 6.3%, and 2019 for 5.7%, and both the years had almost, in fact, 12%. Only last year during the COVID itself, people were a bit more concerned, trying to understand where will the market go and how the impact. But when I look at it this year, there was a huge increase. And we are expecting a double-digit growth of more than 10% for this year. So generally speaking, today we are at the all-time high. Yeah, that's as far as the landed property price index is concerned. I will let Calvin bring into the next slides to give a better understanding of the price movement.
Yeah, but I think before we go to the next slides, I just want to share one point here. Is that generally, if you look at the landed market here, is that even though there is always up and down, right? But actually, eventually, it will still go all the way upwards because of the supply and demand, and also more and more people desire to have a bigger piece of land and a bigger, more space in a sense. So that's the reason why people are taking advantage in terms of upgrading too. So if you look at the volume, also has actually gone up compared to the last year and the year before in terms of the volume. Maybe Ismail, you want to touch on a little bit more about certain parts?
Yeah, I think if you look at it as far as the volume is concerned, this year alone for the first 9 months, we have got 2,615 units being sold. But most interestingly, maybe I will bring back to some of the overall volume that has taken place. In fact, this year we are going to expect about 3,500 units. And this is going to be in the last 10 years high. If you look at it since 2010, and obviously the numbers were 11 and 12 was about 3,000. Thereafter, it all dwindled because of the TDSR, total debt servicing ratio. When people want to own a second property, then they have got difficulties because of additional stamp duties, loan to value. But right now, if you look at it, for the first 9 months, it's 2,615. And again, the terrace houses have done exceptionally well. In fact, if you look at all segments, the terrace houses for the first 9 months is 1,491, and semi-detached 755, and as well as the detached houses. So where are we heading? Strong volume. Yeah. Why so? Why people are now suddenly excited about landed properties? I think Bernard did ask a question. Has COVID got some impact on these things? the fact that people are working from home and they need more space. Landed home does provide space. Actually, if you look at it from a per square foot, it is a value proposition. Landed property, a huge value proposition. But what is the main stumbling block is the quantum that not many people can afford. Yeah, I mean, that much I would like to stress upon at this juncture. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I think one of the questions that got brought up was on prices. So do you see the price trend continuing its upward trajectory, or do you think we are at its peak?
Okay, I mean, if I touch on that, maybe if I can show price points of overall, I'm not so sure whether average unit price point. This is definitely a very, very interesting slide where I think the 500 over of the participants from the Zoom and as well as all the Facebook followers and so on, you look at 2005. If you look at the detached house, semi-detached house and terrace houses, and we are talking about a mere 15 years ago, okay, the average per square foot of the houses were only 400 plus, 420. The bigger the house is lesser, the smaller the house is slightly higher, 474. And then if you move on to 2009, what has happened in just another 4 years? The price from the 400 in 2009 all has moved up closer towards the 700 mark. Okay, after 3 years, it's all about the 700 mark. And then you move another 2 years later, we look at it in year 2012. Now we are looking at all the prices coming to the 1,100 mark. And slowly thereafter, 2013 was the total debt servicing ratio. Therefore, from 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, the market just dwindled. I mean, no, I won't say dwindle. It was just meandering around about the same price. That's why if you look at the price point, even on top was just about the same. But then look at now 2021. The prices have moved to the new prices of hitting 1,391, almost is going to be 1,004. The inter-terrace are already 1,004. And this we are only talking about the average of the whole of Singapore. I'm not going into the OCR or the RCR or the cost central region. Then the question here is, Bernard, you're asking, is there an upside to the property prices of the landed? Then I ask this question, what is the average price of the condominiums? What is the average price per square foot of other developments, either resale or new launches? And therefore, when you look at it in terms of the price of the landed properties, I think they are still very, very decent. In fact, the average price of the OCR outside the central region, 99-year leasehold condo is already $1,590. And we are talking about average unit prices of a landed property is only 1,003 to 1,004. And if you ask me why there is definitely an upside to the landed property in terms of price increment, two reasons. Number one, limited supply. Number two, we cannot forget the fact that there are also newly minted citizens who will look at landed property as a price asset to enter. Yeah, I mean, these are some of the reasons why I'm still confident. Looking at a trend of 15 years, property prices of the landed has been in the upward trend.
I think Bernard actually mentioned just now, Bernard mentioned that will the price still continue to go upward in a sense, right? Maybe I just want to add in the sense that if you look at the detached house, you're talking about semi-D and terrace between the 2013 versus the 2021, in terms of so many years, about 8 years, the time frame is about 8 years, prices has actually so-called inch up. If you look at the detached, it's probably about $100 per square foot. But you look at semi-D, it's only like $50 per square foot. So generally, only the terraces house. Why terraces house actually moves so much higher? Of course, mainly also because of more affordability. So the question is, I think people will be thinking, is it still worthwhile to enter the market? I think this is something that more people are looking at it because they see that the prices has gone up. So is it still worthwhile to enter the market in terms of landed? If you can look at these particular charts, actually tell us only one thing. Landed is something that is not a lot. The supply is always not there. So no matter when the time frame that you are actually intending to buy, right? Eventually, if you have the long-term and holding power, if those people are interested in freehold, it's like a legacy plan. And generally landed, because of the supply is so low, prices will eventually goes up. But why is it that the volume of the transaction has been going up also? Mainly also because people are concerned. If I don't do anything now, will I still be able to own a piece of landed? If you look at some of the GCB prices has gone up so much, of course that's for the rich in a sense, right? But generally, it's also because everybody is concerned with TDSR in place. If I don't do anything now, will I still be able to own a piece? And why am I talking about the difference in terms of 8 years here, right? Actually, I'm just trying to let everybody understand. If the prices, this is a very good price guide for many people here, but unfortunately this price guide may not be general for all or equal to everything. Because why? Like just now Melvin has actually shown one that is run down, one that is fully rebuilt, so the prices can also be a lot of differences, but this is generally on average price. So if you guys are really interested to take opportunity to upgrade to a landed, I must say that this 8 years, the price upward is only that much in terms of average per square foot. If you still have a chance to go and own a landed property, and you probably can consider to go for it and look for one, because ultimately long-term wise, eventually landed still has a very strong upside. Because if you look at the condo, like what Ismail has mentioned, right? The condo mass market has already reached 1,007, 1,008 per square foot in terms of condo. So the landed market is still actually behind. So I think there is still a lot of opportunity. I think the only concern is because of TDSR. So if those people who wants to, you may want to consider looking at one to source for something that is affordable within your range. I think eventually hold for long term will still be a good gauge. That's how I feel, Bernard.
Kelvin, it's good you mentioned about supply. So the supply of landed properties is generally quite fixed. But what we're seeing these days is there are a lot of those boutique developers coming into the market, right? So I think some of Paul was just now mentioning some of the boutique developers, and you have guys like the Sevens groups. What is your view in terms of the impact of these boutique developers entering the landed space? Will this result in an oversupply?
I don't think there will be an oversupply issue, because ultimately the landed is still not as, in terms of supply, not as many. But in fact, because of affordability issue, right? All these boutique developers, eventually what they are trying to do here is to maybe cut the land into 2 more pieces or 3 more pieces. Eventually can still make the size smaller, but they actually raise the build up actually more. So it's still a very strong livable space. So I think people will, if you ask me, will there be a lot of supply more? I don't think so, because there's also not many as well.
Yeah, I think from a supply point, Bernard, there's also one slide, maybe we can try to show it to you from the supply side. Maybe the last slide's an unsold supply of landed homes. Next one, maybe, I think, yeah. Let's see, the unsold supply is towards the last slide, I think, yeah. Okay. The last one.
Yeah, this one.
Down all the way, not up, you know. Okay.
Oh, here, this one.
Yep, yes, correct, yeah. So when you look at it, what am I trying to highlight here is it from the unsold supply of landed homes. What is this, the blue chart and the bar, and as well as the orange bar associates this. The unsold, total unsold and incomplete landed units launched and not launched yet. And if you look at it in any part of the quarter at any time, we have got less than 300 units. And barely is only about 250 units or 246 units. So the supply side is not strong at all. And especially when you look at the blue bar, which shows the unsold completed landed private residential units, is, if you look at the second quarter, I think you can't even see, probably less than 5. Yeah.
3.
So yeah, it's 3. Yeah, correct. Exactly. The number has been given. See, so these are all single digit number. So that's why the demand has been so positive and strong. And one of the key things here is this. government don't really hugely come out. You see, where do we get landed property in terms of the land sites? We know all government land sites have to be 99-year leasehold. Government cannot sell a GLS at freehold. And as far as condominiums are concerned, we got a huge supply of a GLS that are 99. Therefore, if one is looking at a 999 or a freehold landed property, then it have to be an existing private land bank. As what Calvin said, some of the bigger plots are further subdivided into 2 or 3 units based on the size and the frontage. Other than that, the supply really will not be enough to cater to the desires of a lot more Singaporeans and the newly minted citizens who want to have a piece of a land. You know, the feeling of, even if it is a small inter-terrace house of 2,000 square foot, just having a small garden to plant your rose plant or something like that, that you like, it makes you feel so comfortable and something at peace. And that's something people will always chase, and the demand is going to be strong.
Thank you. Thanks, Ismail. I mean, we have been looking about the landed market as a whole. Are there any particular areas in Singapore or any particular districts that you would like to point out to our investors that are tuning in? Potentially prices in areas where prices have not gone up too much, where there could still be opportunities. Could you share some of these areas?
Surely, I think Anne Calvin will share on 2 different parts. I think interestingly, we prepared 2 slides. These are some of the research done by our in-house research as well. But basically what this slide shows here is the top 10 districts for this year in terms of transactions, volume, and as well as values. So in terms of value, obviously District 10 is the most expensive. 191 transaction has been done with a value of 2.7 billion because there are many GCBs and all other things is been there. But then if you look at in terms of the highest number of transactions is done is District 19, the 3rd bar, which has got 364 units transacted in 9 months. Yeah, and it goes down. See, one of the key things I would like to advise people here is this. When you're buying a landed property, is ideal. I'm not saying that you must. It is ideal to buy in districts that are very popular and more transactions take place, like District 15, okay, District 19, or if you look at it in terms of the District 28, Seletar, District 16, which is the Siglap area, the Bedok area, Upper East Coast, 174. Why I say that here is this. These are the areas where, because when there are more transactions and if it inches up its way, when you want to sell your property, you enjoy 2 things. One, more buyers will be looking at these areas. I give it a very simple example. If a doctor owns a property or a lawyer owns a property at Serangoon Chom Chom, he have got a lot of his doctor friends or relatives. No doubt COVID people cannot visit, but generally Chinese New Year, open house people visit. And you know, a lot of doctors and professionals or business people, their children inherit, take over the business, and their children also want to be a doctor. So what am I trying to say here is in their subconscious mind, either their friends, partners, all who visit these places, they want to also be like them to own a property. Versus if you buy, let's say, a landed property, it is not in a strong landed enclave, surrounded by HDB. Either it could be in the eastern corner of Pasir Ris, or it could be a realty park near Hougang. Then it is so small that the volume of transaction is not there. So what's the danger when there isn't a lot of volume of transactions? The next valuation cannot be higher than the last transactions. So it tends to bring down the price. It doesn't go as much. But when you buy a property in a district where there's a lot more transactions and a lot more eyeball where other people want to buy, chances are the property prices will go much higher. I mean, this is just from a broad perspective for you to understand where you want to put your money. But on the other hand, you know, what District 15 or 16 or 19, definitely will be a little bit more pricier than some of those districts that is not as active in terms of sales. Yeah.
Generally, also, Ismail, I think it's also because of the enclave area generally are all landed area. That's why the volume of transaction also generally are higher, because more people knows, everybody, I think most of the people think Serangoon Garden. That's why people are actually looking into, that's why the volume can be so high, because also the population over there is also higher and more upgraders as well.
Yeah, no, you are right. One of the key thing here is this, because certain areas are known as landed enclave, because if you talk about the entire Serangoon, obviously there are more volume of transaction, because to start with, they have a more number of landed properties in those districts. And that's why the activities are very much more stronger. In fact, the next slide, Bernard, I will just add on to the next slide by showing most affordable district in terms of average unit prices. So what we have done here is this: we just took for the first 3 quarters something that is as real as it is right now. So from this chart, you can see in terms of 2 things, district and the number of units have been sold, and as well as the average unit price. Therefore, you look at it, Jurong, District 22, there were 37 transactions done, and the average unit price is only $817. Why so? But then if you look at it in Jurong, there is this group of a huge cluster, I must say, a 99-year leasehold Westwood area. There's a few hundreds of our landed property. Does it give you the same lifestyle and the feel? I say yes. Whether it is 99 or freehold, you still can park the car, you have a small garden, you have the convenience, you have the space, you have the high ceiling, and everything it comes. But because it is 99, entry price is much lower from an affordable perspective. Then if you move upward, there are also freehold that you can get it either at Sembawang, or for that matter, even at as Seletar. Again, look at the average transaction price is only 1,171. And there were 200 transactions at District 28 has taken place. And when you look at 1,171 per square foot, is cheaper than the executive condominium entry price. So that's why we are very, very upbeat that landed is the way to go for those people who can afford. And it is a long term. Yep. But then the question, later part, probably we need to talk about whether is it 99 or freehold, that I'm not so sure. Like there's interest when people to ask. Now maybe I'll stop here, and if there's anything else, Calvin and Bernard, you want to add on this?
No, I mean we can talk about that next. So one of the questions that came up repeatedly is, when it comes to buying landed home, I should be buying a freehold landed, right? I shouldn't be buying a 99-year landed. What is your response to that?
Because I cannot say you cannot buy, shouldn't buy, because I do own a 99 landed and I do own a freehold landed. Yeah. So,
okay.
But I mean, when I talk about a 99, it's because of Sentosa landed can only be 99. Therefore, I felt that it's okay to buy a 99 because only in Sentosa, a 99-year leasehold, foreigners can buy. Okay. As far as the mainland Singapore is concerned, foreigners are not able to buy a landed property unless with special approval, and that's not easy to be attained. Therefore, my advice will be, I won't say don't buy 99. Both have its advantages and disadvantages. One of the greatest advantage of 99-year leasehold landed here is entry-level quantum is cheaper. Yeah. Versus a freehold, and the gap is, I must say, a fair bit of probably as it could be as much as 30 to 35%. In some district can even be higher. Yep, that's as far as the 99-year leasehold in terms of entry level. But what is one thing that people need to be aware of here is, unlike a condominium, en bloc potential can be triggered as long as 80% of people agree, and therefore the condominium goes en bloc. But you have a landed 99, and assuming there are 50 landed properties in 3 streets, in order to do an en bloc, 100% of the people must agree. If 1% or 3% in between the streets are not agreeable to go on en bloc, then we are stuck with a lease decay. And the danger of a lease decay here is the estate look dilapidated because nobody is prepared to invest so much to rejuvenate the whole place. And over time, the prices start to dwindle. That means when you buy is reasonable, let's say, for example, you buy at 2.5 million, you will still enjoy a price increment in the next 10, 20, 30 years, maybe even up to 40 years. The minute the lease started to come down below 60 years, 50 plus, 40 plus, then the legacy handing over, which is usually associated with a lender property, may be minimal in the case of a 99-year leasehold after some time. But a freehold is huge, huge upside. The longer you hold, it's like a gold mine. So that's the major difference as far as I look at it from the 99 versus freehold.
Thank you. Thanks, Ismail. Also, one of the questions that got brought up during the earlier discussion is the question on construction costs. So construction costs has gone up considerably, right? So when it comes to buying a landed home, would you advise someone to buy a piece of land, rebuild it or tear it down, or buy one that is already completed, because you have to take into account construction costs these days?
Okay, maybe I do this. I will share this. Calvin will have a good experience and to share also because he's also staying in a landed that is literally done up. I bought a landed and I'm doing some renovation. I know the nightmare, but I would suggest anybody, before you want to buy a landed, it's good to do a health check, whether your heart is strong, whether your high blood pressure is okay. Why I say that here is this: if you don't have time, if you are so busy in your work, if you think that you got budget very tight, then I suggest buying a dilapidated house or buying a empty land to build can be nightmare, can be. But you can avoid it if you bring in professionals to do it. But COVID has created a situation that construction costs sometimes very difficult to lock in. Today is one price, but the material cost goes up, labor cost goes up. Like Mevin said, that probably 1.3 million, 1.5 million. Yes, you can bring in a reputable developer. Yep, Eddie has also highlighted, it's very, very important. But cost is something it may run. So that's one of the things. And then there's a time part. Because of lack of manpower, it can drag, instead of a 12 month, it can go on to 18 months and so on. So, but one of the biggest advice I would like to give to people here is this. I have purchased many landed properties during my journey. My first property was an inter-terrace, upgraded to a semi-detached, to a landed. And as I said, I do own a couple of landed properties, but none of the landed property I demolished to the ground and rebuilt so far. I may, but I've not. But if you want to avoid that, what you have to do here is this. When you buy a property, you must make sure the main structures are already in sound condition where you can just do an A&A, additions and alterations. And that suits your requirement. Because if that doesn't suit your requirement, then it's not possible. If let's say the structure is such that the height is so low, you cannot go and amend that. It's not possible. That will cost you a lot of money. The advantage of doing a complete demolish and build definitely give you huge leeway because you can totally plan and organize even a basement or whatever it is based on your budget. So you have to be very mindful because the cost is something not cheap. Yeah, I'll stop here first. Kevin, your experience on this?
Yep, I think I'm blessed that of course I managed to get a unit that is done up and also developed by a small-time developer as well. So I think it will save me a lot of time and effort. I look at what Ismail has been doing, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we don't have a lot of time unless honestly our pocket is very deep. Then we can actually get somebody and manage it and do everything. If not, generally, if you want to talk about rebuilding yourself, you must really have the time and patience enough to do so. I'm just thinking to even just to select painting, everything was already hell for me in a sense. So luckily for me here is that almost everything is done up. I do not need to stress myself over all this. If not, then I think will be not an easy task for many people. But of course, like builders, there are many types. I went around to see different kind of developer. Some of the developers are really putting, they have passion in terms of building. They are not just building for the sake of just money per se to make the money, but they spend a lot of small little details in terms of ensuring all the design, the artwork, all the design was done properly, all the cabinets are also done properly. But because some of them may not have done it, of course, at the end of the day, it comes with a price. So of course, at the end of the day here, it's really dependent on individual, because A&A is something like you still can borrow some money, but of course, but rebuild is something that is interesting unless you really have the time. If not, generally, I would advise here is that try to get something that within your liking. If not, you want to do a simple A&A, then will be good. If you want to spend some time to rebuild, I think it's better that you probably go and look around some of the developers, small-time developer, if they're willing to, maybe they are willing to, you see, the most important, yes, they will charge you a little bit more premium. But the most important here is that you save a lot of time and hassle. This is something that I think most people must think through very carefully. Buy is very easy, to redevelop is another stress level. So I think those who intend to do so must think carefully before you make your decision in a sense. If not, just now I saw some of the landed property that is really done so beautifully, right? So like even I saw that just now I was here later, so I saw Melvin one is also quite nice. I saw some of them are really very nicely done. You can save so much money in terms of doing that, and you can just move in straight away. This is the hassle-free kind of a landed property if you like that design. Yeah.
Somewhat related to this question is the question on valuation, right? So when it comes to buying a landed property, how much value do you attach to the land versus the built up or the property that you built? Is there a rule of thumb for this?
No, maybe I would say, valuation is not science, more of an art, but there's science factors involved, I must say, from the perspective of, obviously from a valuer perspective, he asked two questions. First, land size. So the land will be valued, whether it's a vacant plot or dilapidated house or even not livable condition, the land itself got a value. And that will be the low base, and that provides the base value of a landed property. Then the second value that is added on to the base value will be the condition and the construction of the house. Is this a 20-year-old construction, or is it a 10-year, or is it a brand new? And if it is a brand new, how much have the developer or the owner have invested in terms of building it? Assuming the owner have spent $2 million for the house, and assuming it's very recent, the valuer is able to give the base value plus the 2 million, and he can give you the value being like that. On the other hand, if the base value is X and the owner 10 years ago spent about, let's say, 2 million, and he take into consideration the usage of 10 years, and based on the current, he may add on about 1.5 million little depreciated value. So that's how the dynamics of a landed property valuation works.
Thank you. Thanks. I think we are almost running out of time. So just looking at the Q&A, there's a question on cooling measures. Is it likely, not likely? If it is likely, what are some of these measures?
Okay, Bernard, I will take this because I've been looking at the numbers every day, and I was so happy when I went over the weekend to sleep so comfortably, because the good news was the third quarter, the price index only went up by 0.9%, less than 1%. Second quarter was 0.8%. Therefore, the price movement has been reasonable. The government has made it very clear. And second quarter, Ravi Menon from MAS, MD said, the real estate market is not overheated. That was 30th June when he was interviewed. And what I look at it from then until 9 months, what has changed? Price has moved up by less than 1%. Therefore, I can come to the similar conclusion that the market is not overheated. And I think the government, I don't think, in this is my personal view, I don't think the government at this juncture with a lot of uncertainties, construction costs, manpower costs, developer challenges, and all other things would want to implement a cooling measures because the market is not overheated. At least for the next 2 quarters, I'm confident. Again, these need to be monitored. If in the event, let's say next year, if the government do come out with cooling measures, and in my view, if ever they come out, it is triggered by price increment that is not sustainable. Okay. In that situation, I also think the government will only likely to calibrate few levers. Number one, total debt servicing ratio can come down from 60% to 50%, which means any one of you who are thinking of buying a property, a landed property, the longer you wait, if ever there's a cooling measure, there's a risk of this total debt servicing ratio. That's possible. Number two, if at all the government, because of concern of economic uncertainty, may do some calibration of loan to value, especially if it is a second or third property, because the government do not want, authorities think that you shouldn't over leverage. Other than that, I am not thinking the government will ever want to increase further stamp duties, because our stamp duties are already at its brim that even you increase anything much, make not much sense. And it's just my opinion.
Kelvin, anything to add to that?
Personally, I find that even there is a cooling measure wise, I don't think it will affect the price generally so much, because the pandemic has already shown us very well that, very clear that, right, during the pandemic, the drop is only almost like 1% only. After that, it has rebounded in terms of the numbers. So it really tells us one thing, people who can afford to buy a property in today's market condition are actually people who can afford to hold on for long term. So it's unlike last time during 2008 Lehman crisis or 2013 where the number of cooling measure has supported in such a way that it actually erased all the speculators away. So as a result, most people who generally hold on to the property are actually looking at long term. If the market drop, just drop, don't bother. At the end of the day, they believe that the prices eventually will still go up. What? Because today, a lot of people has concern. If I'm going to sell my property, what else can I buy? Am I going to subject to additional stamp duty or what? So a lot of people choose to what? Actually hold on to the property. In fact, the supply is actually not as many. As a result, that's why prices seems to be moving. The good thing here is that because of this pandemic, somehow or other, the prices has not really pushed up in the sense of too much. If you look at the last quarter, the result came out is only 0.9%. So it only tells us one thing, that market is still well calibrated in the sense of the prices. So for those people, if you are really intending to buy something, long term still is a good thing to go on in a sense. Yeah. I would say this is a good time to really look at restructure in terms of your current asset and look at what is their best to even upgrade to a better property. I think that's the most ideal situation now.
Okay, thank you, Ismail. Thank you, Kevin. I think we ran out of time. So perhaps before we end this, any final advice to either landed homeowners or aspiring landed homeowners? Maybe just a quick couple of minutes, last minute advice for the listeners out there. Yeah.
Really appreciate that. I think first, Bernard, I really want to thank EdgeProp. Honestly, I really must say that this is an opportunity. I think from morning we had got almost close to 1,000 people from Facebook and all coming in. Yes, lunchtime up and down, number dwindles, but it is a true value add. This collaboration has helped, and I'm also thankful that there are many people from PropNex, even though it's in a platform with PropNex, a lot of people from networking to coming to attend. And I'm also happy to say the PropNex lender teams, here we share information, even though we got few other lender teams, but in terms of providing a platform, most number of listings are spearheaded by some of those people who shared Ratio, Andy Cheng, Jip Ng, Alex Ng, Ben Huang, and many others. I mean, people who come and share, people like Melvin and so on. So I really want to give one piece of advice. I knew that long ago when I was young, fortunately, because I bought my first inter-terrace house in the early 90s at $610,000. And that was a brand new development from the developer. Yeah. So today, that same property will be well above $3.5 million. So that being the case, all I'm trying to say here is this. If you can afford, have your base investment as a landed property. Doesn't matter if it's inter-terrace or corner terrace or semi-D. Doesn't matter if it's in District 28 or District 19 or District 15. Doesn't matter. The mere fact that you already have a foothold in a landed property means you first enjoy lifestyle, space, and number two, you're going to keep pace with inflation and affordability. When the time is right, you can either upgrade or you can downsize and take all the money and be happy. So landed is the way to go.
Totally agree in a sense, because at the end of the day here that we are trying to educate our clients out there or consumer out there, your objective is towards your retirement point of time. Is it going to be a $5 million that is fully paid up or $8 million that is fully paid up? Just like what Ismail has mentioned, even though I start from inter-terrace, it's okay. Inter-terrace slowly upgrade to corner terrace, to semi-D, eventually to a detached. Eventually, our objective is very simple. We hope our consumers out there really towards the end of the retirement, they have a good sum of money to retire happily. Even from a landed point of view here is if I can own a $8 million property, then I downgrade to a $1 million or $2 million property, I easily still have a good sum of money to retire. And that is always in terms of our education that we are providing to our consumer out there, right? We really want them to see their future to be well taken care of. It's not about just buying a property. It's all about forcing yourself to save money into the property. I always feel that one thing, the bigger that you are buying in terms of the price, actually you save more money. It also forces yourself to move forward. That's what I always like to tell people. The property may not make money. Even I just bought my landed property 1 year ago. I just tell myself, even at the end of the day, it does not make money. I know for one thing for sure, at the end of my retirement, this property is fully paid and I can retire happily. And that's the end goal for all our consumers out there. And we really wish that every one of you can have a good retirement. For a start, it may be tough, may be stressful, but towards your end, you will have a happy ending. And that's what we hope to our consumer to be.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, Ismail. Over to you, Shami.
Thank you, speakers. We would like to take a group photo. So please smile for the camera. Look at the camera and smile for the shoot. Is it okay, guys?
Yep, done.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, Bernard and Shami, for helping getting us involved in this seminar so that we can have so many people who are benefiting from our sharing.
Oh, it's great. Likewise, thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good Sunday.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for coming. Okay, so before we end the session today, I'll do a quick sharing on some of the key tools that our speakers have used. I guess you'll probably be wondering how you can get some of the graphs today to see the market trend. So if you want to grab some of our market trend, I'll just do a quick shout out. So first you'll go to edgeprop.sg and then you go to tools, and then right on the left-hand side, you'll be able to see market trends. So once you get into market trend, you can actually do and replicate what has been shared today for landed property. So this is a free tool. You just need to fill in all your details here and then you'll be able to see the graph already. So I hope this helps you. And I'll also share the link into the chat so that you can actually extract from there as well. Okay. So this is the link. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this Sunday. So I hope that you had some knowledge and make some decision with this training. So I'm Shami from EdgeProp. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.